TGIF, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iron Realm Media's Have No Sphere show. My name is Josh Corey. It is the winter solstice. It is the holy days. And a very happy Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Let's jump right in and say hello to the fellas. Mr. Zachary Zabala chilling out on the beach down in Florida. The nomad. Nomad. How you doing down there, Zach?
Oh, wonderful. Been doing yard work the last few days, which has been great. And feels good getting back to, doing the things that I wouldn't be doing right now, actually. It'd be freezing where I was. Yeah. So no, this is much better. It's like a jungle out here, man. It's beautiful. Look at all this green all around. All the trees still have a bunch of stuff. And I'll be planting here in a few weeks. That's just blows my mind still. I have to get on the ball and get a hold of some gardeners, people who have gardens around here, and just pick their brain a little bit. Learn the lay of this land, see how I got to do this. Yeah, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, is that not insane? That's just crazy. Oh, man.
Break ground in January in Missouri?
Yeah, exactly. The ground's frozen, solid. So, no, this is going to be neat. This is going to be 2 harvests at least by June.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right when I'm starting to get in or watch mine grow. Mine should already be in by June. Well, that's super exciting.
Yeah. So I'm pumped. I'm ready. This is going to be awesome.
That is cool. We are also joined by the Adam Meakin. Adam, who had a pretty hectic day at work today, I know, because he joined us for a little bit this morning over on the Ironworks on Truth Frequency Radio. Adam, how was the rest of your day? Did it calm down at all?
No. Yeah, weird time of year in my profession, mate. A lot of people die. You spend the day greeting people, wishing them happy Christmas, whilst you're preparing meds for people to pass away gracefully. Yeah, a weird set of emotions this week, but
it's tough.
It's just odd, mate. It's not odd. It's not. It is life, isn't it? But it's just, like I say, a strange paradigm of ups and downs. When one of the ups was like making sure I could get in with you guys today. I wanted to, because I've dipped in and out of TFR, and I was laying in bed last night, and I was just desperate to like want to just say hello to everyone over there. And I was saying, well, I could see you smiling. Well, I was saying to Josh earlier, right? Literally, the only points I was speaking were the only points I was there this morning. And I said, did I make any sense whatsoever? Because it was literally, you were just making some profound bits from all sorts of stuff. And I was just diving in. And I had no idea whether it was just like come to a complete stoner.
But, so either you fit right in and everything made perfect sense, or you fit right in and none of us made any sense. So I don't know. Well, I guess we can listen to the replay.
I'm happy with Eather. But yeah, no, other than that, really looking forward to next week. And like I said, I've spent the day just chatting with a few people, and looking forward to just a chilled evening this evening with the family.
Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff going on. We've decided to put our foot down, and we'll get into that a little bit as soon as we finish off our hellos. And we'll finish off the Ironworks over on TFR hellos with one Mr. Walter Johnson, Flat Earth Head. I see you chilling up there with eggnog on your microphone.
Noggy.
Literally like eggnog on your microphone, like you're just a slob. But like
you don't know. I have an issue this time of the year. It's a serious addiction. I need help. Is there a club I can join? Hi, I'm Walt. I'm addicted to eggnog.
Well, I think virgin or rum?
Oh, it depends on the day, I guess. No, really, I don't do the heavy stuff unless there's a group doing it with me. I just like the flavor. I'll make French toast with it. If you've never made French toast, with eggnog, you're missing life.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
I'll be doing that this weekend. That's
the best one. Well, I hate to give out brand names, but there's an alcohol version one out there a non-alcoholic version one out there put out by a very famous alcohol company, and it's a very sick one from Kentucky. Clues, no money, just clues. Anyway, that's the best one because it's thick and you get that old bread. Man, look, I'm going to cook some now.
You guys have a good show. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Look, by January, I'll weigh 340, 380, 520. It'll be ridiculous. Oh, this time of the year is bad. And then all the good little victuals everybody's going to be cooking and the sweets. Oh, my gosh. Well, how's the rest of your day, sir?
It was good. Went in, served my time to my masters and was released 30 minutes early. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Right. So, look, I felt something weird on my shirt, and I remember it. I got a shirt I made just for today.
Just look at that. It's beautiful.
Amazing. There's secret hidden things. Anyway, I'll be advertising that for the family.
Just fell off behind. Something nosedive. Somebody just committed suicide.
I bet that was the snowman from. Which one? I don't know. I'll find him. Yes, sir.
I just want to give you some Christmas kudos for the best example ever I've seen of flat Earth upscaling. Yeah, or is it? How to take a useless bit of shit that you wouldn't be seen dead in public with, and turn it into a fashionable item. That's fantastic. And you've saved the environment.
And I don't know where you're living. If you're in the U.S., these shirts are currently on clearance at a major chain. Wally World, maybe you could call it. Who knows? But yeah, go check it out. They're on clearance, $2 or $3, and you can have your own Nasalise t-shirt. Shout out Ipsy Nasalies, by the way, saying Nasalise. Well, there's two more folks. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Wait. Oops. There's one more person normally here with us that we're going to say hey to. Hey, John Savage. How are you there across the pond, sir?
Savage!
Hey, well, hey, guys. Yeah, not a lot, really. Just getting on with my bachelor life and absolute nightmare hellhound.
Aren't you glad we weren't on the air Tuesday so you didn't have to be on with us as our guest, our special guest? You guys missed the one opportunity to have a live
I missed
session.
it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Damn, I must have overslept with Matre. But yes, no, it's been a interesting week. Still doing plumbing.
Picking locks and pipe. It's funny, you wait till your wife goes away to actually start laying all this pipe.
And the show derailed early.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Jeez, guys. I just meant she would really appreciate all the extra plumbing around the house.
Oh, I'm doing all sorts, mate. All sorts. But yeah, it looks like we've got a packed show. I've got to say, first off, I may be in and out because this guy is just not leaving me alone. He can't stand me sitting in my office chair. This is the problem. It doesn't matter where else I sit, that's fine. If I'm doing plumbing, he leaves me alone. If I'm cooking, he leaves me alone. Washing, doesn't matter. But as soon as I sit at my computer, he just goes mental and sticks his nose up me crotch and jumps on my lap. And he's 30 kilos, so yeah, I imagine I'm going to see the laptop flying across the room at some point tonight. So yeah, it's bear with me. But cracking on. You got a much better person than me, due on.
Well, see, here's what we decided to do. The last couple of weeks, we've, and at least as best as our half-assed attempt can ever be, opened up the flat line. People call in, leave us a message, shoot us a text, whatever they felt like doing over there at 305-503-3528. Anything, anybody, anytime the last couple of weeks, but it was just kind of sat there quietly, unresponsive. So we decided to be proactive. And since this is the time of the holy days and of community and not just family, but with my fellow cousins here, family, the Femily, family. we decided to reverse things up, switch it up, and not give people a chance to not call in. So we are going to scroll through our contacts, and we are just going to start calling family members to call and wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. So we thought it would be really interesting just to reach back into the archives, talk to some people we might not have spoken with, see who answers, see what they're doing, just to see who's got nothing better to do on a Friday night than sit around and talk to us on the telephone. So from the archives, the very first thing we wanted to do was talk to somebody we haven't spoken with in a long time. And luckily, the fates allowed this person to join us. So we are very happy to be joined by someone who's not necessarily a past guest, but he is a member. He is a member of Iron Realm Media who has just been in absentia for the very near past. Does that work? I don't know. But he's been busy. He's had things going on, so we've not heard much from him. So we just wanted to shout out and say hello to our friend from down under, clinging on to the bottom of the ball, one Mr. Rob. Rob, how are you doing? Welcome back.
Well, how am I doing? I'm surviving the worst year of my life, so hopefully 2019 will be a lot better than 2018. But yeah, hi to everyone. Sorry I haven't been around for a long time now, but yeah, a lot going on.
Great to hear your voice, mate.
Yeah, no, it's good to be on listening to you guys again. Don't know how long I can hang around for, but
I'll tell you what. I've waited one hell of a long time, and unfortunately, it's coincided with a success at your point. But let's ignore Savage for a second, pal. Do a little bit of sports ball. How's your football team doing?
Yep. Yes, they're up the top there, aren't they? Very good. Happy with that. Playing well. Yeah. I don't get to see many games because they don't telecast it over here because of Optus. Optus have got the rights. So yeah, but I don't watch too many games. I always watch the highlights the next day. But they're going very, very well. Yes. Something that did happened to me that was a little bit interesting was I introduced my best mate of all time into Flat Earth because I thought he was ready. He believes the moon landing didn't happen, so I thought, oh shit, here we go. I might just throw this one to him, and oh my god, the cognitive dissonance was the worst I've ever seen. That did not work. I nearly lost him as a mate. I might have still lost him as a mate, but we'll see. We're not talking nearly as much as we. Yeah. Oh, it was bad. It was bad, and he was asking questions that I couldn't answer, really, really well. So I'd throw him a few videos to watch, and he wouldn't watch them, and it was just shocking. It was shocking.
How did you leave it, mate?
I just said no more. No more. Yeah.
I thought you would have been saying that after telling your work colleagues.
The office role and all that, right?
I wouldn't have thought you'd speak to anyone outside of us.
Yeah, no, I thought I would, only because he saw the moon landing as being fake, and I went, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." I went, "All right."
That is a good sign, isn't it? That's a good starting ground, without a doubt, definitely. But he couldn't. But he still thinks the buildings fell over by planes and all that sort of shit. So it's hard to. I mean, 9/11's another thing. It's it's the NASA thing. To know that they're bullshit, and their government. I mean, it doesn't take a huge leap and a bound. I've got a friend who's the same, Marduk on Twitter. He knows the moon landings are horseshit, but he cannot fathom the flat Earth at all. It's frustrating. We lost Rob.
And I have a friend who's exactly in that mix too. He's everything. He knows 9/11's bullshit. He don't trust anything the government says, all the way up until that NASA line, and then it's all, yeah, man, they got it figured out. And I'm like, why would you think for this one area of government that this is the truth area? Well, I see it. No, you don't. You're seeing a bunch of cartoons.
So I found out a good way to come out at work. Rather than doing it one by one to anybody who might have a question. We had our little holiday sort of, call it a party. They bought a whole bunch of nasty pizza and gave it to us for our lunch break and didn't let us go outside to smoke. Anyway, as a part of it, everybody got a little bonus check because we've really been pumping stuff out the last couple months. So last week they handed out these little slips of paper to everybody that says, tell us one random fact about yourself and name name a favorite memory from the company this past year. So my one random fact about myself was that I host 2 podcasts about the flat earth. So then yesterday, when they're handing out all of the bonus checks, what they would do is they would just have the person's check and they would have the little piece of paper with the random fact in their memory posted on it. And they would just read the random fact out loud to everybody and then their little memory. And then the person would get their check. So this was the way I could get to come out to everybody all at once and not have to repeat the same, basically, hey, I'm a flat earther to everybody around me. So I just let the person do it who was reading it for me. And I just didn't have to do anything but smile and nod and say, yep, that's right.
That's hilarious. Do you not like your job?
I really do. And I could, I suppose, just stay silent and quiet and not say anything. But, I mean, that's not me. I'm quiet for so long. But then eventually I will get comfortable enough or somebody will say something so effing outlandish that I just can't let it set that I'll have to speak up. And then, let nature take its course. I figured this would be the best way. If I could do it all at once, it seemed like an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So I did it that way. And so far, it's been a pretty good response.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you in a position where you can actually talk to colleagues while you're working? Or, because I thought you were just plugged into your headphones or it's too noisy or something.
It's primarily I'm plugged into my headphones. I'm in my little cubicle space by myself, so there's really no reason for me to talk to anybody unless somebody comes over to talk to me. And then they're not going to stay very long because they shouldn't be over there talking to me at all. They should be in their spot doing their job. So,
kudos to you, bud. I'll tell you. Not sure I could handle that stress.
I'll bugger off for a little while, though. I'll be back later.
Happy solstice, mate.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Merry Christmas!
There you go, Rob. Thanks so much. Hope to see you back shortly.
I wish I'd got control of that mute button. I missed my first Happy Christmas.
It's all right. Practice.
Right then.
Right.
I just realised, guys, if I'm going to start dialing people, that's going to be all up on the screen. So maybe you guys could assist a little bit rather than me happily advertise the number of rejections I receive.
Well, don't you?
Well, that's some on-air production suddenly. Let me see what I have handy.
It wasn't apparent until I tried calling Doomer.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. This might not work like I'd hoped.
Wow. Huh. Let me see what I can do. Should I turn off? Let me do that. Let me turn off my camera and everything just to see if that helps.
See, I've just seen Doomer in chat.
Right. Oh, did we call Steven by... Did I call Steven by mistake? I'm sorry. That's the wrong line. But happy Christmas out there floating around in infinite space there, Stevie boy.
Yeah, I know. He did want to wish everyone the happiest of holidays.
Fired.
Thank you.
That's how Santa Claus's sleigh gets that kind of propulsion.
That's it. It harnesses the magnetic waves, the gravitational waves and propelled through black holes, tiny, minuscule black holes. That's how he gets down those tiny chimneys, and for the houses that don't have chimneys, that's how he gets to all the little kids all around the globe in a single night beneath your black holes via Stephen Hawking's consciousness.
Have you watched that new Netflix movie? Sorry. He's zipping around like a little blur, and it's really funny. I thought about that when you said the black holes. Well, I've called out to one person there, Nuka-Cola, and apparently that didn't work. Did I do it right? Yeah, I saw him on here for a second as far as that goes. Let me try again.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody there in chat. I see there's a group of people. I'm trying to not pay very much attention to it, though, just because it will keep me sidetracked in this way. John Savage can't blame my pregnant pauses for me being distracted by the chat. He can blame them on lots of other things, but it won't be the chat.
Well, I can't talk because I just have to take Lord Fauntleroy out for a week.
I didn't understand this, but now I have a better clue on how to add people that might actually be online, too. Hang on.
Oh, look at that little green dot. Son of a bitch.
Well, no, I didn't know I could bring up a list that would have just those people topped out or whatever. Hang on. I'll do that.
Well, I know there's a guy I was going to call at 11 because I know he's a busy man. So I didn't know. Let's see if DD's about as well, actually. I was chatting him in the week, and maybe they can give us a little bit of a...
An active person has now been attempted to add to the call. Let's see how this goes. This might work better.
Hello. Hello, Gary.
Hey, happy Christmas.
Hey, Gary.
I've just had to turn off your show because I thought I don't want the volume on.
We'd not thought of that either, Gary. Thank you. Could all future guests please take...
Yes.
Happy solstice, Gary.
Hello. How you doing, John?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I'm getting lots and lots of use of Loctite 55. Thank you for that.
What about me? Am I not special enough?
No, who are you?
Oh, I didn't even see you got in. I thought you didn't answer. I did not see you answer. Gary's picture popped up when he started talking, so I thought he answered and you didn't. Well, there we are.
Our receptionist didn't inform us.
Well,
I told you I was adding somebody active. I said that. I did. I was going to make it be a surprise, but hello, Ant. How are you, my friend?
Resting on the sofa with an eggnog.
There you go, Noggy.
What is this
Merry
nog?
Christmas, Mr. Riley.
I'm going to get the alcohol out for the show. It's going to be a merrier show later.
Can someone tell me what eggnog is? Because I've never had it and I don't know what it is. Has it got eggs in it?
No, isn't it something with lemonade? I can't remember what it is. I forgot what it is. I never drink it.
That's a snowball. That's eggnog, which is a word.
Oh, eggnog is something that I guess is old school, and now you can go buy it at the store. I've only had it homemade 2 or 3 times in my life. In fact, the homemade version as a child is what made me not ever want it my whole life. I've only been drinking it the last 2 or 3 years with alcohol. Or 3 or 4 years, whatever. So then I like it without it too. So it's really now only occasionally.
I'm still none the wiser.
It's like milky. It's got a thickness to it. There's like nutmeg and spices, and like I said,
like meringue, but in liquid form.
Okay.
If you wanted to make French toast,
boozy custard.
Literally could dip this in that and make French toast with it. That's how some are that thick. Not all. Some are real thin.
Right, I'm going to Google it because everybody knows what it is, but we don't know what it is.
Right. I really don't. I know when my aunt back when I was a kid would make it, there would be little tiny pieces of egg that had cooked a little too long floating in it, and I was like, didn't want that.
Gary, do you drink eggnog?
And I was like clueless.
No, but I've just looked it up. It's got milk or cream, raw eggs, sugar, nutmeg, and eggnog. Often includes alcohol, most often rum, brandy, or bourbon, and it can be made as a non-alcoholic, which would probably sound pretty boring.
Sounds lethal.
It's really bad. That's why I'm glad I only found it the last couple of years, because if I had been drinking this my whole life, I would weigh 800 pounds.
Yeah. It's only about 6,000 calories per glass.
Oh my God, it's humongously caloric. It's bad stuff, but I love it.
I think I'll leave you guys to it. I'm not going to have eggnog.
Don't do it. Don't start. If you ever do like it, they've got you. It's bad stuff.
I'm with
Hey,
you,
Gary. Gary, a little bird tells me we might be seeing you in London in the next couple of days.
Well, I may possibly be there twice, but I think once definitely. But yes, on the 30th, is it Speaker's Corner?
Yes. I'm only going if you're going. You can't let me down.
Well, I know we're not allowed to swear on this show, but we all know that's bollocks.
Yeah, good man.
No, it's not. You were on the hit list. I heard your name was going, and I said, right, if he's going, I'm going. I'm trying to get Nathan right, but Meekin, you need to turn the screws on Nathan because he's resisting arrest.
It's hard to apply pressure when you've said I can't make it yourself. This for fun. I think January is certainly a date I've got in mind, but those of us with kids, it makes it a bit harder, youth.
Well, I'm going. Listen, I've had to buy a high-vis vest, right? Because that's the in thing at the minute. Forget weapons and shields. Like, you need a high-vis vest because that's the weapon of choice this year, right? So everyone's been out buying high-vis vests, and I bought a high-vis vest, right? But I've not bought yellow. I'm the supervisor. I've bought orange. Get that. I've got my name on it as well, so that people don't ask me who I am and where they can find me. They can see it. It's all over it.
Orange.
Have we got Sleeping Warrior on it?
That's one.
Isn't orange freemasonic?
With a big YouTube symbol as well, so I don't have to say.
John's in my head again.
Oh man, it's ace. I'll have to send you if I send you a picture now. Do you reckon you'll be able to present it so people can see?
Yeah, stick it in. I'll find it. I'll get screen on.
You just decided to go ahead and spring for the extra money and make yourself the easiest target out of a sea of easy targets.
If I get stabbed in the back, it'll be right in the middle of the sticker. That's where it'll be.
You'll get sniped.
Back in a minute.
I don't really have a target. Oh, look, there's some random big orange spot in the sea of orange. He must be in charge. I'll snipe him out first. Take out the leader and the rest.
You're like the soldier smoking the cigarette. The commanding officer smoking the cigarette at night. Don't you know better? You're not supposed to do that.
You don't salute officers in the field.
So if you guys check your side chat, it should be there. Is it there? I did send it. Right, there we go. Drag and drop. There you go. Check that out. I've got one on the back and I've got one on the front left breast. How good is that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, share that, Josh. Share that.
I'm orange as well, so all the minions are yellow.
I got it.
Supervisor.
You got it good. Thanks, Adam.
The Sleeping Warrior 1.
Anthony, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 33. No.
So is that back and side paneling? You've just in case anybody can't recognise you from.
Well, look, I mean, how many people are going to come up to me and wonder who I am, right? Because I've got this big rig, right? This is where it gets a little bit tech, because I was impressed by Adam at, when we did the juries in Birmingham. Adam turns up like some out of fucking news round or something. He had this like microphone with this big Lego thing around it, and I was like, I feel really inadequate now. I've got like nothing. So Adam's there walking around with this like contraption, and I thought, I want to be like that.
Don't worry, we were all envious of the iron stick, sir. All of us had iron stick envy that day.
Yeah, it was really good. So Adam left an indelible impression, right? And I thought, I've got to do something here, right? But get this, right? Roxanne's got this. She's got this thing where she's crap at. She hasn't got the support that she needs to be able to do what she does well. So I thought, I wonder if I could like cross-reference a little bit of Meekin and a little bit of Roxanne into one solution that would allow two things to be. If I can look good like Adam and I can do something helpful for Roxanne, maybe I could get like a rig like Adam's but better and like hold two mobile phones at once whilst recording it with a bit of light on it and a dedicated microphone. And I thought, yeah, I've got to be able to do this. So I've been building all these bits and pieces like Lego. So I've got now this rig that holds it holds two mobile phones. It's got two massive LED panels for like creating more light instead of that one little LED on your back of your phone. It's like a panel, two panels, and I've got a dedicated boom mic. Kind of look like I'm from the BBC, man. I'm telling you, it's proper real.
Weighs about 400 pounds.
I've got a couple of battery backups on it. I'll tell you what, I'll find the picture for you. Yeah, here we go. Drop that one. Look at that. I mean, I've not quite finished building it yet, but look at how good that looks. Two mobile phones.
Oh my goodness.
I've got another one to hang off the bottom. So I've got the bracket for my mobile, and there's another one to hang off the bottom for Roxanne's phone. I'm going to look like Meekin, but pro.
I've seen the Iron Stick 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0, 2.1.
Look at that, look.
That's the upgrade for sure.
That is an upgrade. That's good.
It looks like a prostate stimulator.
There's a little
Well, Adam showed me his equivalent, right?
But you got
Adam's
the two cameras, you got the boom. I'm just saying.
If you get the right angle, at least you'll get the G-spot.
He's got the lights as well, just to help.
Yeah, there's two panel lights on it. There's a dedicated boom mic, and there's like I've not got the second bracket hanging underneath yet. You can't see that there. I've not got the attachment for it yet. It better be in the post in the next couple of days. But then Adam showed me what he's got for this. He's got Meekin's 2.0 as well, and his is a little bit more like smooth than mine. Mine's a bit rough, but mine just looks cool.
I like it.
Yeah. So we're going armed. We're coming ready to fight, and we've got our IVIS jackets, and we're going to get the word out there. And basically, if anybody's anywhere near London, you've got to come down Hyde Park, get on Speaker's Corner with us, and just flat smack these guys. Tell them that we're being lied to, guys. We're not living on a ball.
I'll tell you what, mate. If anybody's seen anything of Martin Leaker's stuff, they'll think that you're coming at them with some technosmia, mate. Because awesome. Yeah. That's a rig. I like that. It's the quality of the putting together. That was the fun thing with my iron stick, was just kind of bastardizing it from different parts and putting it together. That's a great job, pal. Well done.
Of course. I tell you what, Roxanne's works. There, and that's the idea. Raise awareness, let everybody see what's happening, let them see that we're out there doing a little bit. I can't go Speaker's Corner every week, right? I probably can't go more than 3 or 4 times a year, but I'm definitely up for it because, I mean, to be honest, Roxanne's kind of inspired me a little bit to do this, so I'm kind of like giving her a little bit of payback. Meekin's inspired me, so it's a little bit of payback. So it's all a case of allow people to influence how you are and give a little bit back, because it's not all about like share. It's about contribute.
You have to flat it forward, man. Flat it forward.
Yeah, that's it.
Take what resonates.
Yeah. In the name of in the name of Flat Earth, we're doing our little bit.
If I'm not mistaken, we have been joined by another luminary here. Nuka-Cola, is that you? I see popping in.
Yes, it is.
Nkulu.
How are you, friend? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, guys. How are you guys doing?
All good, sir. All good.
Better than I deserve.
Better seeing you here.
We've got a guy here you might never have met. That's Gary Doomer. Probably somebody worth speaking to if you're going to organise the first South African conference.
Absolutely.
He's the organiser of the UK one, so.
Well, not quite. That's not quite. I was. You mean put me in the past? I mean, Adam.
Yeah, let's get this in. Actually, this is a good point. Let's do the plug, because I know you're a busy man as well, pal. But yeah, so we've got a couple of conferences this year, aren't we, Gary? Do you want to just give us a bit of? I suppose I've seen a bit on Facebook today, a bit more detail. So maybe you can put a bit more meat on the bones for us, mate, as where we're at right now, and yeah, fill us in, dude. What we got planned for 2019?
Well, there's as you quite rightly said, there's two. I mean, the only thing, obviously, it's next year, not this year. Just splitting hairs. In September, Robin and Charlotte are putting together the UK convention, which is going to be mainly based on the activism part of the program. And Dee Dee and I are putting on more of a scientific type thing in Amsterdam 2 weeks later. So it basically gives people a choice. But I must have to say, though, that I know that Robin's doing a hell of a lot of work organising and putting together with Charlotte. And Dee Dee is just amazing what she's doing. She's actually not only putting together the bulk of the actual what we're doing for Amsterdam. She's also in support. We both are, but Dee Dee's doing a lot of like the website and doing behind the scenes work to try and help support both events. And it's coming under the umbrella of FE Convention because basically we're trying to build up. I know it sounds bad by saying a brand, as in the corporate aspect, but we're trying to do something where when people see the logo, they actually associate it with integrity and trust, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, I think that's awesome. Absolutely. I understand the hesitation to want to use the term brand, but at some point, I think it's not necessarily a bad idea. I understand you catch flack, but.
Hey, listen, why do you think I got my high-vis jacket, right? Brand. we have to brand ourselves. We can't call ourselves flat earthers, I don't think. I think flat earthers is a bad term, but we should link ourselves to something, a logo or a saying or a phrase or whatever. We should brand ourselves. We need to.
The other thing is you need to...
Symbols rule this world.
You have to use the system to beat the system. I just think that if we try, some people say, oh, you can't put on a convention, you can't charge, I can't see how you can charge. Well, unfortunately, websites cost money, the venue costs money, if you have technical, that costs money. So you have to use and work the system. And the best way to unzip them is by using their system against them. A little bit like you, Tony, with what you're doing with the... looking into the actual academic side of things, the law part of the academia. That's what we've got to do. We've got to go at them in such a way that they almost don't see it coming.
The other thing to mention as well is that ballers don't have a Ball Earth convention. Just worth mentioning that.
Well, that's a good point.
It's true. I mean, where else are you going to get everybody in the same room at the same time, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, it's one of the main things is that everyone gets to meet everybody, right? And when you know that you're in a room where people have actually paid to go there, you're not going to get trolls that turn up. You're not going to get anyone like with placards out. You may get them outside, but they're not going to be inside. They're not going to be like trying to dox you and stuff like that. Everyone's in the same place at the same time with the same views, and we all just sit there and smile at each other and just go, "This is ace," and that really is worth it. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't want to go, don't watch it free on YouTube. But if you want to be there, it's like going to football. Everyone says you can't beat the experience of going. It's true. You only realise it once you've been. And once you've been, it's everyone's buzzing. And you're just not going to not go if you get the chance.
Well, I would say that there's three of us that have got a unique perspective on all this. Robbie Davison, Dee Dee and myself. Because we've actually not only organised an event or events and also attended another. Like, for instance, Dee Dee and I went to Denver. Robbie's come over to Birmingham and met everyone, and obviously I think you met you as well, Tony. It means that we can actually see it from a slightly different angle than most people. And I would have to say that when I went to Denver the other day, it was magical. And because with Birmingham, Dee Dee and I were running around like headless chickens so much, and Adam can probably can confirm this, that I loved it, but we didn't actually see much of the convention. Whereas with Denver, I saw a hell of a lot, and the connections, the networking. And when people say, "Oh, there's no point in me going to the convention because I've already seen it all, I've learned it all, there's nothing new," that's not the point. It's the connections are so powerful, and if you can pick up even one or two little things along the way as well, that's just a bonus. But just the connections. But you need the presentations or the physics debate or something to bring people together in the first place. But when you're there, it just well, put it away, I'm already going to Dallas next year. I already know now that I'm going to 3 conventions. Out of the 4 major ones next year, I'm going to 3 of them.
You know you've got it bad when you're actually trying to work out, how can I work my holidays in to get this to work? How can I get favours in for people to cover me to do this? I mean, everyone's got...
I'm just going, Tony. I'm lucky that I'm just going.
Yeah, I want to do the same. It's just we're not all blessed with that ability of flexibility, right?
I've pulled a blag off that Gary's moved the conference for my wife's birthday. So my wife's birthday luckily sits in between the UK and the European.
Spooky, eh?
And yeah, and Gary's prepared to send me an email to admit that he did move it just for Marie. So
yeah, but Adam, don't forget though, you have to tell them the cost of this is a tube of toothpaste. I mean, honestly, by the time people realise that, they're going to realise that you've paid a big price.
Oh, mate, Don't you worry. There'll be plenty of toothpaste for you, pal.
It's definitely worth plugging how much the train tickets are if you book them in advance from London, right? How much is it to Amsterdam from London? Is it about 40 quid each way? Is that what it is?
From Victoria.
Get a flight for that.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Adam, you actually can enjoy the journey, and you can actually go on the, go to the Channel, and it's £35 each way.
And the thing is, you know that you're not going to see no curve when you go on the plane, so there's no need to go on the plane anymore.
Is the Channel Tunnel curved?
I don't know. Maybe
I
it
looked
is.
into that in the beginning. No, it's full projection is on a flat plane. It's interesting when you look at because it's lined up both sides via laser light with no compensation for curve. But anyway, that was one of the early things you look into, wasn't it? Yeah, but for me, Gary, maybe you could just give a shout. I don't know if you can maybe mention some of the prices because the thing I noticed is how. Certainly, from a UK point of view, I'm thinking of it as like a nice little mini break, and with those, you know what I mean, with the accommodation and all in prices, I think you've achieved even better value this year, and it's in Amsterdam, baby.
Well, but we're actually to work around some of the potential tax liabilities because the last thing we're doing is building in. Any factors for paying any tax is that we can only go to a certain number before we start being on somebody's radar. So we've come up with an idea that for at least Amsterdam, and I think Robin's going to adopt the same ideas for the UK, is that we've gone obviously with a single ticket. We're going to go for a dual, and we're going to go to. It's basically almost like the equivalent of a family ticket, but it's just basically a four berth, and basically the two get you a slight discount and the four gets you a slightly more discount, but the basic ticket is €105, which is about £96, and then obviously a double would be double minus a little bit, and the quad would be a little bit less again.
Is that for the full weekend?
Yes, and that also includes the actual the evening that we're trying to put together on the Saturday, where we're hopefully going to have like a few Flat Earth entertainers doing some things. Obviously, that will be announced soon. And the other thing is, I've been there as well because we did some research about Amsterdam about 14 months ago. The campsite is fantastic. We're actually working with them at this moment to secure. If enough people actually book, then they will allocate us a whole area of the campsite, and that campsite is normal camping. It can be camper van, it can be a teepee, and it also can be chalets. So what we're trying to do is make sure that it's the most cost-effective method that we can actually put together, and to have a community, where you're virtually on a campsite and also you're at the convention itself. Then it means in that the whole weekend is. I think you were trying to allude to it earlier, Tony, about like a weekend package away. And if you think about it, some people get there on the Thursday or the Friday and stay there till the Monday or Tuesday and enjoy Amsterdam and what it's got to offer, as well as the convention, and obviously getting together with everyone. And we're just hoping it's just going to be something that's really attractive to a lot of people. And there's actually people in America showing interest. And when I say people, I don't mean just people like us. These are people that are well known are showing interest, and it's really fantastic to have them say so.
Yeah, look at it this way: if America can do it, I'm sure Europe can do it better.
Leave it to us to set the bar low.
Yeah, and leave it to us to trip over it on the way out.
Yeah, I do think it could come across a little bit mad having two conventions 2 weeks apart, but basically it does give fantastic choice, because we had a lot of people in the UK that said, "Oh, I can't make that week. Oh, if only I could have gone, but I just can't because I'm already doing something." Like 2 weeks later, there's another one, or 2 weeks earlier, there's another one. So it gives people choice, and it's a slightly different program on each one as well. So it's not as if you're going to get a repeat. So it may be a one-off. This is ever, or it could end up being a trend. Who knows? But it's a lovely way to find out.
So important question then, Gary. Right? Can people get this as a gift for Christmas on the website, or have they got to ask for cash and wait till the new year?
We're not launching until the new year, but people could, because what we're trying to offer is, because obviously there are Eventbrite, there are fees. What we're going to do is people in Europe can actually put in and go to DD and say, I suppose technically you could almost say buy in advance, but we are actually doing the launch properly. And I mean, she'll probably kill me for this because you might think, no, that's not what I want. But in anyone in the UK who wants to actually to avoid fees can come to me direct, and in Europe and wherever outside of Great Britain, they can go to DD. And we already know now that somebody's going to get in touch with me and buy a ticket, but I'm not too sure if that's post New Year or pre. But why not? If people want to buy a ticket for their loved one for Christmas Day, I don't think I'm going to stop them. I don't think Dee would.
I got mine for Christmas last year, to be fair. So, no, thanks, mate. That's great. I know I'm looking forward to it. Riley, are you going?
I'm desperately hoping to go. The problem I've got is that because I run like a couple of small businesses, like getting that much time off right on the back of thingy is not easy. So I need to call in favors. But if I can call in favors, then I can get it to do. I'm definitely. My intention is to go. It's going to need a reason for me not to go. And if that reason ends up being that I can't get that amount of time off work in such a short space of time, then that may well be the thing that stops me. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to buy a ticket because I'm still going to go. I just need to find a good excuse to not have the argument. That's all.
Sweet.
Anyone know
we've
how
got
much?
to ask one other question, haven't we? Duma, are you coming? Or is he there?
I gotta work, guys. I'm sorry. I can't make it.
Oh, too bad. I'm right there with you. I got to work too. Well, it's not as if that's what's holding me back, but it's a fact. I do have to work.
We all need rum.
That's right, especially if we have eggnog.
Yeah. Maybe if I can convince my boss to be a flat earther, maybe he'll let me go.
There you go, corporate sponsored.
That's the plan.
Anyone know how much tobacco is in Amsterdam?
Very, very, very cheap.
Can't be any more expensive than here.
What you have to do though, John, you actually have to be there. Actually, you've been in Amsterdam, eh? Cool.
I've been to Amsterdam probably more times than any other country in the world.
I think the key thing to tell everybody is if you're 50-50, right, get your train tickets booked sooner rather than later. Because the minute the train ticket companies realise that there's something happening, you know what'll happen. You can go straight from central London into Amsterdam in, what is it, an hour and 52 minutes or something? It's not that long.
It's 3.5. I think it's 3.5 hours.
Oh, two. Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was 2 hours 52. Anyway, whatever it is, it's not that far, right? And it's better than going in the plane because you ain't seeing no curve. There's no reason not to.
Unless there's drones on the track, though, Tony.
Yeah, they're becoming a bit of an issue, aren't they? I don't know what's going on with Gatwick.
They want to ban drones, quite obviously. It's a false flag, I'd say.
I'd say it's a false flag. No, nobody in the right mind is going to be flying a drone near an airport. I mean, you'd have to be an utter moron baller to do that, wouldn't you?
Well, even if you were, I mean, don't we have science and equipment that can stop these, that can just drop them out of the sky? I mean, we're meant to believe, they're creating space forces and landing crap on Mars, but they can't stop a commercial, publicly accessible drone from flying over a militarily and everything else that Gatwick should be. I mean, it's just utter craziness. They're quite clearly trying to ban the public from owning drones or licensing it to revenue generate, as always.
Well,
anyway,
all you can do is laugh back at the people that believe. I mean, I'm not denying that there's definitely drones that are happening and they do seem to be flying around there. But yeah, you have to wonder who's doing it and for what reason, right? Because nobody normal would actually do that.
I don't think
Problem,
so. No.
Reaction, solution.
Yep. Exactly. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that ISIS are no longer in the news and no one's noticed?
Well, they're being funded by us, aren't they? Or
yeah, but they don't make the news anymore. It's as if ISIS have just evaporated like a fart in a colander.
They're not currently required.
Yeah.
They'll be back. Don't worry.
Used to be a big thing, ISIS, and now all of a sudden they're not in the news anymore.
It's like Take That.
It's like
I used to be.
It's like Ebola.
Comparing ISIS to Take That.
I'm just saying.
Like
maybe there could be a comeback. Maybe there'll be Robbie Williams. Maybe there won't. I don't know. It's nonsense,
I
mate.
think the biggest comeback without somebody there. I think the biggest comeback with somebody missing is obviously Spice Girls, but no Victoria Beckham, right? You can't be Spice Girls without one of the 5.
That's not right, is it?
No.
We all have our favourites.
But missing one of them 5, you might as well call you Pice Girls or Spick Girls because you're missing that last letter. Although I'm saying that, Take That are still doing it with just 2 of them, aren't they? I believe.
You pop 5. I have no idea. I remember that from mate. Are they still rocking with 2? How can you have two Take That's?
I know. I think there was the 4.
Kiss is still doing it with just Gene and Paul and 2 fakers. So hey, but that's an American thing.
Yeah, I reckon Bee Gees are still bopping it. Oh man, you look at Queen with Adam. What's his face? Can't remember his name. Adam, whatever his name.
Lambert.
Yeah, Adam Lambert. That's the one.
Don't know, but I'm interested to know how you're going to bring this back to Flat Earth and.
Oh, we're gonna go over to Duma because otherwise we're gonna ramble all night, and I've got another shed load of people to ring. So
right, I'll drop because otherwise I'll hog it.
I've already lost 2 that I've had. Dang it! I don't know where I had them at.
Don't have to drop.
I'll drop, guys.
Try being quiet.
No need, Riley.
It's impossible.
Just, if you want to hang around, that's absolutely
fine.
Fine. We're not even nearly full yet, but
we'll kick you when the room's full. Don't worry.
keep us in line. Yeah, you'll be the first to kick. Don't worry.
I'll be the first one gone. Okay.
Yeah. It's
kind of curious to see how many people we can hold in here anyway.
Yeah, we want to see what we can do. Right.
Have a happy Christmas if we don't talk to you till sometime after the holy days.
Yeah, same with Gary, and say hello to Dee, and yeah, looks like a big year, 2019. Don't know if you can hear that whining in the background. I'll be back in a bit.
But hopefully we'll be able to come on the show in due course with Dee, and maybe we can plug it officially.
Absolutely.
We'd love to do that.
We'd love to get that out to an extra 10 people. Cool.
I think what we should do, Gary, serious point, what you should do is have a word with Nathan and just say, listen, Nathan, can we stick an advert or a logo or something on each of your shows so it pops up periodically like an advert? I'm sure he'd do it because it's not no skin off his nose to slip the symbol in somewhere.
That would be pissing off the old Globers, wouldn't it?
Is that a euphemism?
No, it wasn't a euphemism, but it did sound that way. Yeah. Slipping it in. Anyway, yeah, just have a word with Nathan. I'm sure he could do something to accommodate a bit of promotion for everyone because we need to support each other. I think Branty mentioned it the other day. He said that all these ballers are all holding each other's willies by supporting each other, by promoting Simon Dan, for example, or promoting such and such a body. And we don't seem to do that as a unity. We're not unified, and we absolutely should be. So I'm sure Nathan will absolutely agree that the odd logo or the odd advert here and there isn't going to be he could stick it on his little stream deck. He's got a stream deck. So periodically he could say, this show is brought to you by the FE Conference 2019. Something like that. If you make him an advert, I'm sure he'll accommodate it somewhere.
Say the name and he shall appear.
Yeah.
You say, Tony, about working together. That's exactly what we did with the Globe Live tour. Because when we had a chat with Robin, and we were saying about what would you want to do? Do you want to do Globe Live tour, and we try and support you behind, or do you want to do it under the FD convention umbrella? He actually jumped at the second because it just. Because it's obviously built something from April just gone, and it's something we're carrying on forward now with Amsterdam. It just seems to be a shoo-in to work together, and we'll plug their event, they plug our event. We'll work together. If we learn something that we need to share with them, and vice versa, we will do that. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing about like competing with America or like what they're doing in Canada. It just we have a golden opportunity that we've got some really good people in Europe. There's some people like you, me and Roxanne. It's just, you've actually realised the significance of Roxanne because he's such a wonderful person and doing so much good work. And there's loads of other people like Roxanne that if we can bring them to the fore and they get out there, then Flat Earth can only benefit.
Yeah, let me just give a massive plug, right? That Global Eye Tour, I didn't know Roxanne, Jason, or Robin before that, right? I got towards right at the end of it, the last week or two. That's when I got wind of it. Didn't know about it before. Don't know why. Maybe there's a conspiracy. But since I've met them, and I met Jason of the Didsbury family. So if you see Jason of the Didsbury family, make sure you add to him, subscribe, like, and whatnot. And then I've met Robin, lifting the lid. Then I've met Robin and Jason, and then I've met Roxanne, and the three of them together. Since meeting them three, I feel like a born again flat earther, because it's like it's reinvigorated my interest in it, because it goes a little bit stale if you don't realize that there's new circles to find out there, and when you find them, jump on them. We need to support each other, because look at what YouTube's doing right now. They're promoting people like Simon Dan, who's got no science and he's got no good content and he's crap live. Somehow he's managed up with 100,000 subs in less than 6 months, right? Whatever's going on there, that's not organic. But they're actively trying to drown us out with a load of excessive, high-quality debunking videos that are actually crap content, but high-quality produced. And we've got to counter it in some way, and that's why I'm publicly supporting people that are genuinely doing well. All right, so what if we all make a mistake periodically? I make them as well, and I deserve the bullets when I make them. But the reality is that the people that are pro-flat Earth, that are in this movement, that are supporting each other, that's where you want to be going. Don't be going to the people that make drama up. Don't be going to the people that revel in other people's misfortunes that they claim that probably aren't even true. Support the people that are doing good, because that's what we need to do. If we don't do that, we're losing.
Well, on that note, Tony.
Cheer on that. Yes, here.
Can I just add something to that? When I first set up the convention for the UK, if we just go on, it started life around about May or June last year, and I got attacked by quite a few quarters because it was just easy. I was an easy target. Whereas this time we may get attacked, but I just don't. Which one, we're not going to listen to them because we don't need to, and so many people know that we exist now, that we're trying to do a good job. That I'm not saying it's easy, but it's so much easier than last time. So it's because you ignore the rubbish, and you work with people, like you guys, and and Adam, and you Tony, and Effie Core, and you name it, because you just associate with the people that are going to help in a positive way, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
you're a gent. I think that's this key spirit for all of us, I think, and I don't want to linger, guys, because we've got a shed load of people just bummed up.
Go ahead, Adam.
I just want to make sure to say Happy Christmas to Duma. Happy Christmas, bro.
Yes. Love you much, my friend.
Pleasure having you on the journey with us, and knowing these people the other side, of this vast plane, and you're with us, and we're all aware of it. It's great encouragement knowing people like you are there, pal. And thanks.
And give me a call sometime so we can jam on guitar, man.
I will be doing that very, very soon. And thank you guys for the wishes. It's actually coming at a very good time. Maybe not having the best week, but thanks, guys.
Well, good. I'm glad we can make it better, man. Love you much.
Happy solstice, and
absolutely.
Yep. Enjoy your time, and feel free to call us or message us anytime. You're having a hard time. We're
always somewhere.
I mean, Travis may argue that I'm that reliable, but I am around somewhere close.
Yeah, right.
But we are joined by a whole group of people. I'm not even sure who all is here.
Well, if I go, so
I know who that is. It's Travis with his horn.
That's right. We do have Travis.
I'm dreaming of an iron round Christmas. What's going on, guys? I said that I wouldn't cry about who was called before me to be on the panel, but Riley, really? Come on, guys.
Right. I didn't. I'll just say that. No.
Wow.
Do you know, I've just scribbled your name off the list.
Just made it to the naughty list, mate.
Hello. Good to be here, guys. Thanks for including me. No, really, I appreciate that.
I see a dodgy looking ex-convict next to you. Is that
Jose? I was going to say, has Jose joined us? He has. When you said convict, I mean.
Hello, Feliz Navidad, everybody.
He's not a convict anymore. He's had a shave.
Feliz Navidad, Jose.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. What? Something like that.
Yeah, that's close enough.
It sounds better in Spanish.
Enough for Iron Realm.
Everything sounds better in Spanish.
Yeah, that's about it, right?
Thank you for the invite. Yeah, decided to jump in for a few minutes. I was about to take my nap before going to work, and I say, why not? Let me join this awesome group of marvelous people over here to have a chit chat for a few minutes. Appreciate it, guys.
We've got one more of the crew that strangely, almost paradoxically, is quiet, and is probably the
super quiet.
The reason we all know each other. Nathan, happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Good to be here.
All right, Nathan. If it wasn't for you, Nathan, I don't know if I would have ever gone on a live stream.
Really?
First person to call me up and ask me to do one. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, you're a natural, Zach.
Hi, Nathan. Happy solstice. Can I just say my dog is your biggest fan?
Yeah, your dog, John.
Yeah, I've got you running almost 24/7 in the lounge now just to keep him from barking at everything that moves outside. So you are a lifesaver. Thank you very much.
Well, let me just give a little bit of kudos. Nathan is the guy that brought me to the reification fallacy. I didn't even know what that word was until about a month ago, and now I know it. It's like, that's never leaving my mind, and I wouldn't have learned that if it hadn't been for Nathan's show. To be honest, there's quite a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have learned if it hadn't been for Nathan's show. He is definitely the most undersung flat earther on the circuit, in my opinion.
Nah, there's loads of good people. Chocolatesayin's just joined.
Hello, I didn't say you were good. I said you were undersung. Don't get too high.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate, happy Christmas.
Yo, Merry Christmas, guys. Can you hear me?
What's up, Chocolate? Come loud and clear.
What's up, guys? How you guys feeling? Merry Christmas to all of you guys. So I didn't know you were calling me purposely. That's why I didn't answer the call. Like, is this?
Absolutely. It's the family time of the year, the family time of the year. So welcome.
That's awesome, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate
Maybe,
it.
Josh, could you recap what we are doing tonight? Because we have rambled a bit. We did, as always, go off track.
Oh, sure. Josh, I mean, this is Iron Realm, and we have the flatline, which is, as much as Nathan is undersung, our flatline is underutilized in that nobody ever really calls and leaves us any messages. Even when we open it during the show, only on rare occasions is it used. So rather than just trying to open it up and hope people will call in so that we could wish them a happy Christmas, we decided to just bust out the old little black book and do like back in the caveman days and call our family and wish them a happy holidays. Because that's how cavemen did it. So we figured we'd just go ahead and start calling people and just say hey and just see who's around, who answers, and who's willing to still talk with us and all that good stuff. So we are happy to have you one and all. Welcome, TGIF.
I'm gonna ask Chocolate I'm gonna ask him for like a testimony, a little one. Chocolate told me just today that he's learned so much from Nathan's show that he's actually regurgitating stuff from Nathan's show. Chocolate, tell us, what's the thing that you've learned the most, that you use the most as a direct result of Nathan's show? What have you learned the most?
Oh, I don't even know. Like, I've learned so much just from the past. I mean, what are we on show 600 something? I started in 76, I think.
And now you're on most days, right?
Yeah, I'm usually on now.
Well, he said to me just today that he's learned so much. I
enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, he said to me just today that he's learned so much just from listening to the show. It acts as a form of education, which is obviously part of the intention that in my view, that we're trying to do. We're trying to give somewhere that flat earthers that are new to it, that don't have the interaction with other people, that watch Globebusters but don't really have the ability to phone in and ask questions. He's got the link there every day, and you can join anytime. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I think you give a bit more than that, guys. As we talk about community and being an old crone, community radio and kind of that kind of thing is always important. And it's along with somebody else I'm about to try and add to the call, Arwin's work. There is a kind of sense of a daily program now. We have our own community, and I think you guys play a big part in that. And I'd like, all of you, I join in the show in a little bit, and it's really good fun, but I tune in every day not just to listen to Nathan chew the arse off some ignorant baller, but to listen to all your guys' opinions, because as I said with Doomer earlier, you know, what we're building here is quite unique, guys. Irrespective of blowing smoke up everybody's arse, look at the table already, and we're achieving something. Gary's achieving things, and I think sometimes we should just reflect a little bit.
Join as well. So
yeah, you go.
Hi.
Thanks, Nath. I was getting emotional.
Hey, Roxanne. So glad you're
Hi,
here.
everyone. Thank you. Cheers for having me. I'm so sorry I missed the first call, Adam. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all.
Hi, Roxanne.
Hi.
Merry solstice.
Merry solstice to you too.
Hey, Meekin, don't feel subdued. You've left your indelible print on my mind as well, because like you are the inspiration for my little rig. You just remember that. That's a big token in a feather in your cap, sir.
I'll tell you what, I'll have that one on my gravestone. I was the inspiration for Riley's little rig.
Yeah.
I'm going to build one out of pipe work. I'm going to plumb an iron rig.
I think you've got to give Walt the credit there. I had it down as an RX232 XR3i. It was Walt that came up with the title. He is the lyricist.
What else could it be but the iron stick?
Do you know what? We need to ask Nathan as he shared the show.
I haven't.
Oh, for God's sake.
Do you know what? Say it. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do, right?
Well, everything's switched off. I'm on the phone.
Hell, I haven't even thumbed up my own show.
Running, and I've got none of it. So
I wouldn't worry about it.
Like that.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm on the phone.
I would like to add something though, and it's on that note about sharing. Ironically, as I haven't. Thanks, Anthony. But Adam and I were discussing this just the other day on the debate, and it was in regards to Martin Leitker and the people who are doing the history hoax stuff, who actually don't know each other anywhere near as well as even the newer members of this little group that we've got going on here. Roxanne maybe is a good example. But these guys know each other even less, and yet they're shouting each other out, they're sharing each other's links, they're referencing each other's material, and they're getting nothing but praise from each other for doing so. And it's something that in the past, I think, has been sorely lacking in our little corner of the internet in regards to Flat Earth. There's far more backbiting than there is people sharing each other's material. So off the back of, I'm sure it was Anthony that brought this to my attention, like with most things. And off the back of it, I've been really making an effort to do exactly that. So share people's links when we're referencing their stuff, not just, show a couple of seconds of it, talk about what they've referenced and then move on. It's like share it and point out how good that YouTuber actually is. So, Zach was probably the most recent we did it with. We went through quite extensively some of the things he's done, and then spammed his link in the chat and told people with no certain terms, go and subscribe to this person. Same applies to Roxanne. We've covered what she's been doing quite extensively and been saying go and subscribe to her. If you're not, why aren't you? We should all be shouting each other out and supporting each other.
I agree. Rather
than back in the day when it was, I hate to be critical, Matt Powerland was the guy that woke me up to Flat Earth, but ultimately his sort of attitude of, I was the first, you're all stealing my idea, that has kind of resonated throughout the last 3 or 4 years that I've been doing this. And it's such a shame when you see the contrast of someone like Martin and his team. They're not even a team, they're just a group of people with a similar goal that aren't.
I've noticed that watching the videos too, Nathan. It's incredible how all these different guys are just patting each other, shouting the links. It's great.
Well, I'll tell you what, on that note, and I agree with everything that's just been said, it's fantastic. Didn't we here at the Iron Realm have a list to shout out of numerous people, Adam? Should we run through that very quickly?
Because I'm calling most of the buggers.
I was going to say how we're calling them. Why shout them out? We're getting them on the show.
It'd still be nice to read the list out, but...
Well, what I plan to do, because you know what an anal sod I am, I've been highlighting people I've called. I'm crossing out those that have arrived, and those that don't get on, I will give a shout out to the end, because I'm a bit sad like that. I kind of thought about it.
A bit.
All right. Fair enough.
So don't worry, John. I plan to have nobody forgotten. It's Christmas, mate.
All right, no matter what state Adam's in, he will be reading out a list of about 70 odd names at the end of the show. Okay?
No, I'm going to give you a list to sing.
No. You said it now. You made the claim.
Gary,
you're a star. Cheers, bud.
Are you the first to leave?
Gary.
Well, I'm only doing it to help others get on, but it's been great fun, and you guys are fantastic. And
hi, Gary.
And hiya, see you on the 30th.
Yeah, see you on the 30th. Can't wait. Looking forward to it too. Take care, Dustin.
See you soon.
Take care, Gary.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, man.
Happy Christmas, mate.
Thanks, Gary.
Roll on the 30th.
And I was just going to say, as a standing thing, if anyone is here that is short on time, please speak up, jump in. I know everybody's trying to be polite to everybody else, but it's a lot. There's a lot of people here, and some people may be short on time. So if you're short on time, say something so we can tell you how much we love you, please.
It's the Iron Realm. Get in there, say something. Sod off, Tyson. I'll beat you to it.
I just got to say that.
This is Chris. Can you guys hear me?
Well, I'd like to say I have now shared the show.
Yay! I think we've got Chris Van Matre. Did I hear?
Chris is here. I heard him. I heard him. Hey, Chris.
Happy Christmas, Chris.
Yes, happy Christmas to you guys. Yeah, I've got. I can hang for a few more minutes, and I'll jump off. I'm on I-80 doing 80 across Nebraska right now.
That's the best way to see Nebraska. 80 miles an hour.
Headed to Iowa to see family.
Are you heading downhill, Chris?
No, it's pretty flat out here. I can see for miles and miles and miles.
Ooh,
I know
careful,
some about that.
copyright strike.
I know some about that.
And
coming
that
out of the
is a pregnant pause.
Yeah, that was a pregnant pause.
I mean, 5 people is one thing, but when you have 28 people and nobody says anything, well, that's impressive.
Josh, I clicked my fingers about 15 times in the middle of that, going, "Come on, come on!"
No. I'm so impressed because it was Josh for the first time
Who
ever
broke it?
that
Who
broke
broke
a
it,
pregnant
right?
pause. That was legendary.
That is, yeah, that is saying something.
Well, you have to
I think his
understand
heart
that
just
those
grew
of us-
3 sizes bigger.
You have to understand that those of us on the Flat Earth debate have been trained not to break that pause.
Yeah, we're beside anybody who interrupts the silence of a glober in deep contemplation of the nonsense he's just said.
I've been trained not to break that pause as well, ever since Josh said he enjoyed pregnant pauses and it gave him some sort of thrill. I've deliberately tried not to break pregnant pauses, but yeah, I crack almost all the time.
Like drive it with your car and the fuel's on E. Just got to see how far you can go.
I've never done that. I never even wanted to do that. I've always had a can in the boot, just in case the bastard runs out of gas. I'm just
I've got to give a massive shout out to Arwin. We have had numerous problems with Arwin breaking that pause. And I've literally had to beat him into it. When there's a pause, Arwin, don't interrupt it. And he's actually doing it. So shout outs to Arwin.
Yeah, I second that. Arwin is ace, no doubt about it. I'm going to love and leave you, gentlemen. There's very pressing elf business that I need to tend to.
Thanks a lot, Nathan.
Thank you for having me.
Happy solstice.
I might speak to you before, Nath, but happy Christmas if not, pal.
Yes, Merry Solstice, Happy Christmas.
Thank you so much, Nathan. You just
Thanks
have no
again,
clue.
bye.
Man.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guys, what are the plans for 2019? I mean, is the show still going to run every Friday?
Oh, yes. We have no plans in the near future of changing that in any regard.
Or anything else, including our technical prowess. Not going to change at all, so expect the best. One click away.
Upgraded a little bit. We'll get Walt's computer upgraded. Hopefully we can get me with some actual video editing software and a computer that'll process it. all that good stuff. So there could be things in the future that would be changing, John. You negative Nancy.
Cynical son of a bitch.
I've got to give a shout out. I've got to give a shameless shout out to my troll at the minute. I've got someone in chat called Anthony Riley leading the Flat Earthers to freedom, and I've got a famous lawyer looking for career-ending case. So shout out to my troll. It makes me laugh when you do it. When it's good.
Awesome.
When it's good trolling, it's funny.
That is funny.
And we have Nkulu right here in this, so it worked out well.
What's up, guys?
Rasta. What's up, Rasta?
I'd like to give a shout out to the IRM crew for actually improving over the last year. I might be cynical and sarcastic and all the rest of it. I'm sure it doesn't go missed, but we have come a reasonably long way since we started.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ups and downs, but yeah, fair play to you guys.
Very consistent as well. That's something to be praised about.
That's Josh's doing. I have to say, I think. Oh God, dog's whining. I'll be back.
We haven't heard from Mr. Van Matre either.
Yeah, I jumped on there a few minutes ago. Anthony, how you doing?
I'm very good, sir. Nice to see you again. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Make sure you have a rum and coke for me, and make sure you have a rum and coke for me, sir. You deserve one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm driving across Nebraska now. I'm on I-80 doing 80.
Cool.
Hello?
Well, hello, Karen.
Hello. Oh, it's not Adam.
Yay, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Hey.
Hello?
What are we private?
Yeah, I see Knoxy in there too.
Is
What's
that
going on,
Knox?
Knoxy?
It sounds like
Hey,
Knox.
what's up?
What's up,
Merry
man?
Christmas, everybody.
Happy
Merry
days.
For people, I just want to let everybody know
solstices.
exactly what the hell's going on here. This is our every Friday show, but rather than having people not call us during the show, we thought we would turn the tables and call all of our family and wish them a happy holy days, Merry Christmas, and all that good stuff. An enjoyable
splatter ever.
I appreciate it.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Karen.
Hello, Roxanne.
Hello.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the whole of you lot.
Although we don't really celebrate the new year here on the
Black moustache.
No.
Whatever it is.
Sometime in March.
Happy winter solstice. Happy winter solstice.
Yeah.
Does that work better? Yeah.
And we now have officially more ladies on at once than ever, I think, right?
Hey,
that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Smashing records all over the place.
I like that. Yay! I've just finished a hangout myself. We've just had quite a nice hangout with Trinity 4, Cosmic Cat, Andrea, Nicholas was there, Martin Leakey was there, Patricia was there, Flat Earth Dude was there.
Awesome.
Truth Talks.
Hey, Karen. I've never spoken to you before, but this is Chocolate. I wanted to say hey and good to meet you. I'm always in your hangouts.
Hello to you.
So, honored to meet you.
Oh,
No hitting on the guest.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, that's not a rule.
I was raised with manners. You know, gotta talk to the ladies like that.
Nah, I can't hang on too long. I'm about to walk in the movie theater, about to check out Spider-Man because I'm a big kid.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, are you going?
What's
Awesome,
up,
man. No spoilers, but I hope it's great.
I heard it's so good though. Like
I know
was like,
I
I
have
gotta-
too. I'm excited.
I'll tell you what I heard, Knoxy.
Thank you for being here, Knoxy, man. Thank you so much.
Call me anytime. Usually I'm
Absolutely.
free.
Have a wonderful holiday if we don't talk to you again before then.
Happy
Definitely,
solstice,
love
Knoxy.
that. And Merry Christmas.
Such a good movie. You're gonna like it. It's so good.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
All right, guys. I appreciate you though. Talk to you soon.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Let's happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Day.
Cheers, Knoxy. I didn't even realise you was there. Damn.
That's how to do it.
So how many people are here then? How many people are on this conversation?
Yeah, can we have a roll call? Who's here? Because I don't know who's here. I can't see. I'm blind. I don't know who's
Got
here.
14 people in right now, I think.
Oi, oi.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Oh.
That's more than I can have on a hangout. So that's like big. So who's here? Can we have a roll call?
John Savage.
Adam.
Zach Zabala.
Sleeping Warrior!
All flat earth head.
Chocolatesayin.
Nkulu Kotuma.
I love it. And Josh Corey.
Jose JG Soundly Slayer Gonzalez.
Ozelito. Soundly Slayer.
Am I supposed to say my name?
Yes, you are.
That'll do. That'll do, Trav.
That works, Trav.
Cool.
Travis, if you just repeat what's on your state documents, that'll be fine.
Got it.
Toot your
Love
horn.
Love it.
Brilliant.
Love it.
Yeah, baby.
There we go. Hell yeah.
Oh, hello. What? Well,
And I think
It is
Let me
really
chime in
lovely
for-
to be here with you all. Honestly, it's lovely. It's lovely. What a lovely Friday night this is.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's great.
here with
Great
you.
time.
let me chime in for 1 minute. I'm about to get out of here. I got like 2 hours to sleep before I go to work. I really appreciate the invitation, guys. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Feliz
De Puerto
Navidad
Rico
to
con amor.
you. Feliz Navidad.
Gracias. And I will be, hopefully, it's a 90% sure that I will be joining in January some of the ballers to do some observation for the potential train area. So it's going to be the first meetup. More ballers than flat earthers. So I'm looking forward for it, man. I'm going to be just the Puerto Rican the guy like front here. I'm bringing the Jeran with me. I have been blessed to have the Jeran P900 camera. And I'm going to bring a little bit of Jeran to the back. So,
Hey, Jose, I need to ask you
Awesome.
something. Jose, before you go, I need to ask you something. You know, when you go to bed at night time, do you take Jaren's camera to bed with you and leave it under your pillow?
Right now. But I take it out everywhere, even to the freaking McDonald's. I go
Take it for
to
walks
the dollar
and
store.
stuff.
And the Jeran. Hell yeah. Keeping an eye on everything.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Love you.
And
Take care.
Later, Jose.
All right,
Take care,
Jose.
darling.
Have a great night.
Thanks,
Have a
Jose.
good one.
Thanks, Jose.
Bye.
Happy solstice.
So is everybody all ready then for the Flatmas Day?
Yeah. Yep, I'm all ready. How
Forget
about everyone else?
Forget Flatmas Day. We're building up to Speaker's Corner. That's the big event. Christmas Day.
Really?
That's so
30th of
90s.
December.
It's so 90s. We don't do Christmas anymore.
Speaker's Corner. Come one, come all if you know you're not on a ball.
I'd like evidence of a high school diploma from Soundly, please.
Yeah, in photography.
No signs of that.
Just evidence of the curve would be a nice thing.
No.
That would
You'll
be
have
nice.
more likelihood of finding evidence of the curve than evidence of a high school diploma.
But think about it. If there was evidence of curve, none of us would be here right now. So
True,
shout out to
true.
no curve.
Shout out to No Curve.
So I imagine,
Shout out to
Adam,
No Curve.
you're trying to fill the void that has occurred with people leaving.
No,
Oh.
we've got such a full panel. I'm chilling for a minute. I was just
Love it.
taking a
Love
sip,
it.
and
Quick flap.
Where's
Quick flap
Ranty?
for you.
I've Ranty's in the call. They're invited. I'm trying to invite in clumps, relevant clumps.
I'll have to look at that.
No, the phrase is relative clumps. We don't do relevant. We do relative. Everything's relative.
Only in
Relative. I'm not
Only
a fan of
'cause-
relativity.
Variable
Shout out
clumps
to the
and
terms like
dependent
up and down.
clumps.
Shout out to relative density.
Merry density, everyone.
I was just thinking when Knoxy was saying he's off to see Spider-Man. Isn't he the greatest superhero that bases all his skills on relative density?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They say some spiders can fly in the air, though, don't they? Right? He must be one of them spiders.
It's magnetic.
Well,
guys.
spiders actually
He's
travel
got
that.
the little webbies under his arm. Didn't you see the comics?
Yeah. So where's the gravity for the spider, eh? Why doesn't gravity affect that spider?
I don't know.
Love it.
You've never seen that, Riley? You've never seen a spider just using the wind in its web to fly around? They actually do that.
Isn't it? Yeah, I didn't realize it until it got pointed out to me that it's absolutely one of those things that ballers should be explaining. How can it defy gravity?
It's not the wind even. I think there's even an electrical charge. I think Walt and I discussed this on the Ironworks a few months ago. Hell, probably several months ago. But there's actually an electrical charge, I think, that we found that they're using. It's like I don't know if it's static or electromagnetic or what it is, how it is, but it's not necessarily being carried by the wind.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It tunes into a frequency, doesn't it, of the medium it's around that stabilizes it.
Hi.
It was a while ago.
It's Nkulu Echo's girlfriend. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's 3. We broke the record again. Happy Christmas.
Thank you. I'm going to see him back now.
Okay.
Okay. Have a great show.
Thank you for letting us tell him.
It's a pleasure.
Duma.
Hi guys. Just made it back in bed.
Duma, what's your girlfriend's name?
Her name is Rowan.
Rowan, happy Christmas.
Thank you. Happy solstice, Rowan.
Take care, Duma.
Merry Christmas. This is Chris. I'm going to bounce out, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much, Chris. Merry Christmas to you too. Enjoy Nebraska as best as you can.
Yeah, well, I'm actually headed to Iowa.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if that's an improvement or not.
See you later, Chris. I look forward to having you on the show.
Travel safely.
Yeah.
I'd like to go over some of your photography.
Have a great one, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy solstice.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Chris.
I see we got Cammy Nodell and Billy Ray Valentine in the chat.
Awesome. Hi to everyone in the chat. I can't see the chat because I'm on my mobile just now. I'm not on my laptop and I can't get access to the chat while I'm doing this at the same time. So shout out to everybody in the chat, everyone that's taken the time to tune in to Iron Realm Media this evening and be here with everyone. And can I just say, the one New Year's resolution I'm going to make this year is to have the most minimal amount of mundane conversations possible after January the 1st. I'm almost going to become allergic to them. I'm going to make it my mission to make sure that every conversation that I have, no matter how mundane it starts out with, is going to end up with some kind of meaningful conversation, whether the person's ready for it or not.
That's a good New Year's resolution. Yeah, I like that.
I've got to shout this comment out in chat. Ross Thatcher, look at what he's put. Gravity is Down syndrome. How good is that? That's epic. That needs to go on a t-shirt.
That's deep. That's deep.
Down syndrome. I love it.
Savage, you just said who we're getting on next, and there's a couple of people. It's just you see a llama's head pulled up there, and in our little Iron Realm, we met a few people. Thanks to Gary organising the conference, I met Laura and Eather at the conference, and
have we got
two
Eather
amazing
as well?
people. Well, yeah, because I'll let you talk about it in a minute, because he's gone to Linux and he can't stream on it, so that's why I've phoned Laura. Because he's dead good tech wise. But these two guys are people that we met and befriended and kindly offered to help us, and we've got a little bit of a database now and a realm, and frankly, it wouldn't have anything in it without Eather, and I've always enjoyed
and Laura
that Western domination from Laura. And the two people I really. They're not nobody sees them, but they're two people that I love to bits, and I've honest they're top people. And when I talk about meeting people, I'll let them introduce themselves. Guys, do you want to say hello and just let people know who you are? I know you've been on the show once, but maybe for the guys here who've probably not met you.
Hello, Adam and everybody else.
Hi, brother.
Hi.
So good to hear your voice.
Hello.
Hear your voice too, Josh.
Okay.
Hey, Laura, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I'm Laura the Llama, and Eather will be with us in a minute, so you are stuck with me now for a while. And
Hi, Laura. I just got back. I had to step away from the keyboard for a second. I'm so glad they added you. Hey, hey, hey.
hello, Walt. I feel like I have improved so much because I don't know who's talking, but by the voice, I can recognize some of you. I went this far.
You've done really well.
So you've hit it all on the head so far. How are you? How is the holidays going for you?
Nice. Quite good because I won't be working during holidays this time almost. A bit. I will be working. But yeah, usually Eather works during holidays, so we don't really celebrate much. And on top of that, there's this whole, we do not celebrate Saturnalia, do not buy Christmas trees, and do not do this.
Right.
This is Saturnalia, do not contribute to this. I do see the nice side of it, though. I do feel like it adds a different atmosphere, and it does add something special. Like, imagine if you are on a spiritual level, if you are a soul and you want to experience what is it like to be a human being, and holidays is part of it. And from soul's perspective, I heard that it is a very special thing to experience holidays about people coming together and doing these special things that you won't experience anywhere else. So I do see like the nice side of it. I do see the ugly side of it, but at the same time, I don't think like putting a nice Christmas tree and some decorations in your house means that you are worshiping the devil and something bad will happen because you're doing what the mindless sheeple are doing. I think it's going a bit too far sometimes.
Well, I have to say this year I've kind of reclaimed the tree after I saw Norb's little 3D rendering of the Tree of Life in the middle of the 3D cosmic egg they've rendered, and when all the planets kind of line up there in the center, there's the Polaris at the top, and there's all these luminaries intertangled in the Tree of Life. It looks like a damn Christmas tree.
Oh, now that you said that, I remember that last year I had this idea of doing like buying some plastic transparent baubles and putting like a picture of a flat earth map inside of them and hanging them on a Christmas tree. And I completely forgot about that until now that you said it. It would have been a flat earth Christmas tree.
Nice.
Come on, Walt. Get your bauble out.
I'm going to get my ornament. I'm going. Hang on.
Come on, it's time to get your bauble out.
I definitely will. While I'm doing that, somebody pull up that real quick tree of Norb's, and I'll find it when I get back because I have it saved.
Yeah, you better.
Hang on one second.
Take me forever.
In the meantime, Eather is here.
Hello, everybody.
Excellent. How's it going, Eather?
What's up, Eather, man?
Yeah,
How are you?
good. Very good.
Good to hear you.
Hardly.
We lost someone.
Don't worry. People are gonna kick Josh. It's time to recap the rules. We've had a guest change around. I'm gonna add a few more, but.
Did you boot that Riley bloke?
I've tried. He won't leave. He won't leave.
He's moved in.
Do you need space?
No, we got plenty now. Good. We're all good, bro.
We got good. We're good.
I heard Eather there.
Yeah, I'm sort of here. Just came back from above.
Good stuff. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Just recently had life-changing experience and I lost nearly all the fear. Well, I would say all the fear.
Tell us more.
Well, I tried some DMT and I did not break through.
Boom.
Breaking through it.
Basically, what it is when you take quite a bit of it, you just fly off your body. But if you are, I wasn't prepared. I did not know what's going to happen because my friend told me that my ego is going to play so many tricks on me, but I just did not expect what I actually experienced. And I was basically a pinnacle of every I never experienced so much fear. So basically now if I get even tiny bit of moment of fear, I go back to that experience like, no, this is bullshit compared to that.
Amazing. That's amazing.
That's the strange thing about it. I thought DMT is this thing in your brain that produces happiness. So I associated this thing of trying DMT with, you know, experiencing happiness. So I was thinking, oh, finally, Eather will just lay down, relax, have a nice, you know, amazing, happy experience of pure love and, you know, feeling like I'm the god and we're all connected and seeing nice patterns and things and everything's amazing. And like the exact opposite happened. Like if he was very impatient, it's just amplified it. If he just couldn't sit down still and relax, it amplified everything.
You need a bit of preparation, same as where I asked, and I wasn't in a good place when I did it. It was sort of a spontaneous thing. But yeah, now I know what to expect, and literally I can't compare. I haven't died, although I don't remember, but I could actually, for me that was like experience of dying, and that's why I was so fearful, because I felt like that bubble I was puffing exploded and that glass pierced through my neck and I saw blood everywhere. But at the same time, I've seen for a few brief moments, I've seen a vibrant, colorful shapes and patterns. Then for like a minute, I sat down, laid down, and I've seen these sort of tunnels with like a vortex going into one point, but it was very, very short. But my friend told me that he had the same experience. Just there's like a tiny roof, and you're just not breaking through. You're just hitting the roof, and at those moments, the ego is gonna play you so much because it doesn't want to die. So yeah, it's really nice.
Well, that's just tripped the shit out of me. Is what I'm saying.
Try it,
guys. We've got a load more people arrive, and I want to just kind of try and say hello. So I want to make sure, jump in at any point. But Josh? Can you? There's so many people arrive. Josh, help.
Shit. Well, the whole basics of what we wanted to do was maybe a throwback to the old school days when people mailed Christmas cards to everyone. And since we have a flat line that is underutilized on our Friday shows, we thought we would take advantage and just go through our little Rolodex of people that we have on Skype and just start adding people and calling them to wish them a Merry Christmas, a Happy Solstice, and all congratulatory holy days and all of that good stuff, because it's not going to be New Year until spring, people. I just wanted to throw that out there. New Year on the realm until about March. That's when the New Year starts here on the realm. But so welcome to everyone else. I see we have Quantum Eraser. We have Miss Patricia Steere. We have all sorts of awesome people here to wish happy holidays. So welcome to everyone.
Hello.
I've emailed you and I've never spoken to you in ever.
Well, wait, when did you email me? Did I recently?
No, just a couple times, like randomly when I had something to say, and then you read them and I was listening to you reading them live and thinking, yay! I'm the one that writes lots.
See, a family connection right here live.
Happy Christmas,
hello, Patricia.
Miss Lama.
Welcome to the Iron Realm Show.
Hi, Patricia. Happy Solstice. Glad to finally get you on the show.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and happy whatever it is that you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate, it's a time of the year when everyone knows everyone primarily is celebrating something. So even if you just have time off from work, that's reason to celebrate.
Happy Festivus, Patricia.
For the
Hello,
rest of us.
Patricia.
For the rest of us.
Patricia, it's Karen. Hello, Patricia.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Hey,
Merry
Patricia.
Christmas to you.
Hey, Patricia. It's Chocolatesayin.
Oh my gosh,
Pleasure to
hi,
meet
how
you.
are you?
I'm okay. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
We've kind of met, I mean, through chats, but talking actually is super cool. Wonderful.
Yes.
What does your name mean? I've always wondered, Chocolatesayin. I mean, I like chocolate, and I'm just saying.
Well, I like chocolate too, so that's one thing. But it doesn't come from that. It's actually a nickname of mine.
But why? What does it mean?
Well, chocolate is just a nickname that a lot of my younger friends like used to call me just because of how I looked. And saying comes from the warrior that's my avatar. So that's pretty much what it is.
I grew up with Dragon Balls, so respect to you, man, for having that avatar.
Thank you. I'm a big Dragon Ball anime head, so I'm a big geek.
And I had no idea.
Watched every episode, played every game. Very, very good concept.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me. So yeah, that's where the name comes from.
Well, now I know.
Yes.
I always
Definitely
like your
honored
comments, and when you're in a chat that I'm in, I just always feel, oh, that's a good person, because everyone's a good person. Obviously, it's involved in awakening, but sometimes you feel a positive feeling toward a certain name or avatar that you see because you just know you have a good vibe with that person, and that's how I feel when I see you.
Chocolate. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Honored.
Hey, we need to introduce.
I got your back in the chat.
Can I just ask, Chocolate, were you in our chat room tonight?
Yeah, I popped in for like maybe 5 minutes.
I thought it was you. So hello to you too.
Hey, Karen.
Hey.
Yeah, I always stop by. You guys have a lot of hangouts now, so I stop by.
I know, a million. Like
I just finished one, so I am quite tired, to be honest. I might not stay too much longer just because I'm so tired. We've had a 3-hour hangout already.
Right. Thank you so much, Karen. You have done so much for the community. You have been like the family gathering room. It's felt like every time we've been there, and I hope we make that feel that way when you're here. I hope.
Oh yes, it's brilliant. Thank you so much for asking me, and it's great that you're doing this and getting everybody together. It's great.
Good to meet you. Karen, you talk about getting people together, and I know you reach out. You are certainly in the UK, the master at that, mate, and in the community. Thanks for your efforts and work, because I know how many people you do gather together, mate. It's amazing what you do, and respect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, but guess what? We only can do this together. Without you lot, there is no platform, is there? So it's all of us together.
Yeah, I like the channel name with Family United in it, because what you named it really makes sense.
Same team.
But we're in this together, aren't we? We're in this together.
Yeah.
We are.
And we all do our bit. Whatever it is, we do our bit.
Definitely.
I was talking with Chris Van Matre, who I know you guys had on already, but he was driving and I was driving, and we started talking. I was like keeping him company while he was driving, and we were talking about how each of us has a part to play in this, and we all have different areas of expertise, and that's why we are a family united, or that's why we are #same team. We don't have to agree with each other on everything, but we just have to realize that the fighting and stuff that happens all of the time, the infighting is what pulls us apart. We don't have to be all lovey-dovey, but we have to realize that other people have things to offer that you don't, and just give them that appreciation and encourage other people to do stuff, because not just one person is going to get this out to the public, where all of a sudden you see it on like the news, right? Thirst flat and chemtrails and vaccines. No, it's going to take everyone. It's going to take a super long time. And if one person falls away because they feel unappreciated, that one person could have been one of the keys to making this all happen. So yeah,
I couldn't agree more. It's definitely different strokes for different folks. Everybody
we're all part of the puzzle, aren't we? We can't do this we can't do it by ourselves. We do it together.
Great Christmas message there. I like that.
Well, I'm going to go and let you guys carry on. I'm in an underground parking garage at a grocery store. I'm surprised that the connection is even holding.
It sounds
with those satellites. The satellites coming through. Anyway,
thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for asking me to be on and say hello. And Merry, whatever it is you celebrate, to everyone. Goodbye. Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
Bye.
Merry
Bye,
whatever.
Patricia.
Bye, Patricia.
Let's give a shout out to John Stunger. Are you there, John?
Is he? Yeah.
Who?
Hello.
There he is.
Here he is.
There he is.
Happy Christmas.
For those of
Merry
you that
Christmas,
don't know-
guys.
For those of you that don't know, Mr. Stunger, he is the oracle of all things to do with fallacies. I learned so much from this guy. It's unreal.
Mr. Quantum Eraser, by the way, and it's not only logical fallacies.
Hey,
Science.
listen, I'm not blowing that much smoke up your hole.
Science.
How you doing, John?
Good, sir. Good, sir. Merry Christmas to everyone.
You too, sir. You too.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, buddy. And again, I've met so many people. He's fantastic, this community. You know, John, you're another one that, as I always say, you're the one that kicked me up the arse. You're clear, concise, not John's Christian version of science, but your clear, concise restatement of the founding principles of science was a true blessing, mate. And I thank you for that, because from somebody that was embedded deep in the scientific community and all the ego that goes with that, and we know best, it was your clear statement of the founding principles that really resonated with me. None of the detailed arguments. And thanks, pal. It's been a pleasure meeting you on this journey.
I agree.
Oh, nice evening this is. Everybody's thanking each other. That's good, isn't it?
He's got to be one of the unsung heroes, John. He doesn't make much of a noise, but when he makes it, it kills them. And they have to resort to ad hom attack as a result of it all the time. It's great.
John, for the holidays, I've fixed a great big old bowl of Crayola trail mix just for my family.
Crayola with barbecue sauce.
John
Crayon.
here. Welcome back, mate. Good to hear your voice.
Crayon munchers, unite.
It's good to have a catchphrase. Oh, that's legendary, mate. Yeah.
On that note,
what? You crayon muncher.
I don't know. Are we having a break, or
no,
is it too complicated?
I'm not stopping
we're
for
gonna drive through
No,
all the way.
I
You
think
think
so.
Travis is taking a break on the road right now? I doubt it.
No, I think we should plough on. Very good. I'm loving it so far. I'm in and out, but I'm loving it.
There's one thing that I've had on screen for a while that if I can just quickly raise, and that's Walt's bauble.
Yes, I had a little creativity for some ceramics this year for the tree, so there's my flat earth ornament. Not for sale, not yet. I may get creative next year for Christmas, but it took a minute.
Wow. It looks amazing when you get to hold it in your hand and look at it. The way it turned out, one side looks like it's,
Right, one winter and one summer.
Yeah, it's neat.
Seems to have a unique layout.
It looks edible.
Can I just John, Mr. Eraser, what do you think of that model?
Reification fallacy, sir.
Which model is that, sir?
The one that's on screen. I don't know if you can see it's in the chat.
I can see it.
Walt's done his best, as Andy says.
Hey, from
to
memory,
achieve.
right after a bit of wine at the after hours. Yeah, it was awesome. I think.
I can't see it, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be in Skype. When Adam says on screen,
Adam says on screen. He don't share it with us. He just expects you to psychically pick it up in the ether out there.
It's an
Naively, I
it's an-
expect you all to have a bloody computer, don't I?
It's an azimuth or equidistant map, roughly.
Well, maps aren't models, so don't get those
Don't get confused. Right? It's a Christmas tree ornament, like in scientific terms.
Are maps even maps? Aren't they just all projections?
Maps are projections.
I was just impressed with it. It's the first flat.
And for all of you
I've ever
Mandela
seen.
people out there, you'll note that C-3PO does have a silver leg because this was an Empire Strikes Back ornament from the Hallmark way back in the day. So,
well, maybe in this universe.
No.
Wow! Spot the C-3PO hanging thing. I've just seen it. Are you saying it's got a silver leg?
Yeah, you can probably not really tell, but it is below the knee. From below the knee to the foot is a silver section because that's what happened in the movie. Anyway, let's stop. This is a Christmas show, not a Mandela show.
All right, so who's
That's just
coming
like all
through the revolving door then?
And all the things that accidentally got missed on the map, that was all Mandela effects. That's all that was.
Somebody get Brian Staveley in here.
Well, I was going to say it's time for Josh to add a few.
You want me to add a few? Criminy. You're playing with me.
Sorry guys, Laura wants to say goodbye. She needs to get up early.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here. And thank you for all the amazing work you guys did on our website. If you haven't seen IRM Media's website and how beautiful it is, that's the work of the genius here before us. It was we tried so much, Josh and I, and it just kept getting scrambled. And they came in and it is so pretty. Go check it out.
That's ironrealmedia.com and havenosphere.com.
I'm gonna go then, so I'm gonna wish you all happy Saturnalia.
Evil one.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so much,
us.
guys.
Happy solstice.
Take
Thanks for
care. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Happy
good night, guys.
Christmas,
I have to get up as well early to my martial arts, so I see you when I see you.
All right.
Make it sooner than it has been. It's been too long.
Yes.
Yeah, well, just because I just sort of disappeared in a way from anywhere.
What kind of martial arts you take?
Muay Thai, K1, MMA. I'm gonna start some jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing, you name it. I've done some ninjutsu.
Check out my channel.
Very nice, very nice. What's your name? I didn't.
I'm Eather.
Eather. What's up, brother? I'm Chocolate. Good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Is it Super Saiyan White?
Well, yeah, this is the older picture. I didn't update my Skype picture yet.
Before I go,
yeah, this is
if you never heard, check it out. Anime Wars. They're absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Everybody know
Bye,
to
guys.
stop in traffic to my Rasta hat. You might want to check out his channel too, Eather. He's got some pretty cool MMA stuff down there.
Absolutely.
I think I'll stay in the chat. If you can sort of drop some links, I'll check them tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy Holy Days.
Happy Christmas, Eather.
Bye.
Christmas, Laura.
Can I be a party pooper? I need to go as well. But I'd like to say Merry Christmas and thank whatever you want to say, Flatmas Day, festive season, and thank you so much for inviting me, Roxanne, everybody else on Iron Round Media, everybody else who's on this panel. Anyway, it was really nice, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Karen.
Happy Christmas,
thank you.
Karen.
Love you. Love you.
We'll get together on Round Media after Christmas. We'll have another hangout after Christmas.
Yes, soon.
Give us a shout, mate.
Karen, don't worry. I'll be showing up in your hangout.
Yeah, to everybody. Thank you so much.
Happy solstice, Karen. Nice to meet you.
Bye, darlings. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Karen.
And then it was sad.
I can't do crickets.
Yeah, well, it's just Karen definitely leaves an empty spot in the room with her energy and her light and her love when she leaves. So definitely.
Sounds
shout
like
out.
Zach.
Indeed.
How many are left in the chat, active in the conversation?
Right now we have 10 in the call. I'm not sure who's actually there or not, and then I'm actually trying to add a few more just to see who's going to.
I'm still here now, guapo.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, guapo.
For the beat once again, you are pissed off at someone else.
If everybody has a logo.
El Guapo?
If you'd like for a second, Josh, to throw that video up, it's only like 6-8 minutes or so, or you can fast forward just to the Christmas tree part, just to show everybody what I was talking about earlier about the tree of life and all that. It's really amazing the way it lines up.
Gotcha.
And while you're doing that, I'll be adding people. Oh, I see Adam is doing it. He is adding folks left and right.
You are pissed off at someone else. Everybody has a...
Let's see. I got people. I had people. See, I can do it too.
Oh, never mind the video. I see.
Oh my goodness! Merry Christmas!
Absolutely.
Look at this. It's a TFR family reunion.
Right. Oh, it was coming out of my mouth. The TFR reunion.
I only have 2 minutes. I'm on break. I'm on Freaky Friday right now. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing crossing over, brother. Thank you so much, Jimmy Jean. Everybody, if you don't know, you should be, well, not here now. You got to be here now, but go check out TFR with this gentleman.
Hey, Jimmy Jean, I just want to wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Let everybody know on the Freaky Friday, the whole Woo crew over there on TFR, that we said Merry Christmas, Happy Holy Days.
I will, for sure. Yeah,
yes, love you, man.
We were kind of just talking about the Druids and how America is a Druid nation. Of course, I was the guy that brought that up. So maybe have some fun with that one.
Drop that and go, he said. Thank you, Jimmy Jean.
Happy solstice, Jimmy.
Take care, brother.
Take it easy.
And Jimmy Jean is gone, and we are still joined by one Mr. Billy Ray Valentine.
Oh, there he is.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
How you doing, Billy?
Ray, happy Christmas.
He's muted up.
Ah, damn.
In the true Iron Realm spirit, one click away from perfection.
Hey, give me just a sec, guys. I'm trying to find an adequate mic. Give me a sec.
No, you take your time. It's the thought that counts. It's the spirit of holidays. At least you're here. That's more than I've been for you in the last several months.
Before he gets it right, I just want to go ahead and let everybody know we met Billy Ray way back. He interviewed Josh and I for his show over there on TFR, and the connection, the feeling of meeting another family member was just amazing. We got to know each other, and thanks to that gentleman, that's how we basically wound up over there on TFR doing the ironwork. So if it wasn't for this man, we would still be sitting here just with you guys every week. We're going to add hopefully some more shows coming up over there on TFR. We're talking about it. I don't know. Josh's schedule is so crazy right now. I don't know how that's going to work out.
So bad. Just throwing everything in your lap at 5:57 and bolting and just like, all right, thanks for all that.
Oh, if that's the concern, dude, I love making the pictures and writing that crap every day. You just don't know. I love it. It just to poke the fun that I get to poke at all the space letters every morning with those descriptions. And you guys should be over there checking it out on TFR. It's great. There's so much. There's Billy Ray, there's Jimmy Jean, there's Paul on the Plane, there's Jaron, there's Brop Skiba. There's so many people I don't even want to start listing really, because I can't even keep up with it. It's amazing the amount of people with the knowledge over there.
Well, I'm drunk, and I'm just wondering, as Billy Ray's here, and I gave Binhamin a proper ring call.
Absolutely great. I didn't even think to add Ben. See, there's so many family members here. If we miss somebody, please don't feel left out or unloved, because we do love you. It's just as we started trying to compile a list, we realized you guys know how many people we have met, how many people we consider family, how many of those family are the cousins you don't see except on those family reunions every 5 years, because there's so many of them. It's incredible.
It's never a good sign when you start a sentence, I'm drunk. So
well, it was an offer. It was an offer to give the boy a proper ring call intro.
You still got to read out those 73 names we came up with laboriously the other night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And again, Iron Realm Media proudly brings to you the TFR champion of the world, Mr. Billy Ray Valentine.
Damn, that was classic, man. It was well worth the wait. That was freaking amazing. What's going on, fam? Do you guys hear me well?
Oh, you're coming in loud.
Loud and clear, Billy. Great to hear you again.
Man. It's great to be on with all of you guys, man. I've missed you. You know, like my schedule is so jacked, right, that I can only tune in from time to time. I'm in chat sometimes, and I just say hello, and then I bow out for a bit. But I have kept tabs on all of you and making sure you guys are doing your thing, and you guys are doing your thing. And it's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for calling me.
Even during the show, Billy, we have trouble tuning in for the whole time, so I wouldn't worry about it at all.
What's good with you guys, man? Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Saturnalia, whatever the solstice, whatever you guys are into, whatever tickles your pickle, man. I'm cool with it either way. I love Christmas. I love it. I'm not one of them dudes that they say you can't do it because it's a pagan thing or it's a, whatever the hell it is. It's not me. I had a Christmas tree up since October the 31st. We got tons of presents, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
I tell you what, mate. The front of my house looks like Blackpool. I tell you what, they could have Ranty and Riley out with P900s, right? Zooming in on this stuff. I love Christmas. I don't care what the underlying meaning is. For me, it's a time to just at least for 2 days, because that's all I've got, to spend solely with my family. I'm not flat earthing, I'm not doing anything. I'm just spending it with my family and enjoying what we're really here for,
You're Griswold, aren't you?
Speaking of Riley, he looks like he's going to have to head out in a minute.
Yeah, I gotta head out.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Love you and appreciate all the stuff you've done on every front, man. It's been amazing, and thank you for being here.
Hey, Adam, if you calculate your bearing from where Ranty is in Blackpool, right, I reckon with a P1000, he might just about see your house if it's not behind the curve.
Right?
Or his arse, Riley.
If you look the other way,
Riley,
I am on a hill.
Riley, on a serious point, what's 2019 holding for you? Is there a significant date in 2019 that your course or whatever holds for you that you have to get your dissertation in by, or anything along those lines?
Yeah, the 6th of Jan. It might be the 8th. 6th or the 8th. I can't remember which. I've got the meeting with I was going to say hangout. That's not the right word. I've got the debate with a PhD level physicist at a university somewhere in down south. I'm not going to say where, but I'm going to be getting it recorded, and I'm not going to be able to live stream it, but I will premiere it because it's going to be glorious. So I've got early January. I've got that. And then meeting up with Mike Kavanagh from FE Core over in wherever it is he lives, somewhere in middle of Europe somewhere. And then from there, it's got. I think the date for the dissertation to be submitted is sometime September, but I'm going to probably get it in before then. But I'm going to have to rewrite most of it because I've realised that there's a better angle that I can take, which I'm going to kill. So that's going to be in at some point. And then I've got the other thing I've got to consider is the end of September, of course. We've got the conventions.
Wow, so you've got a pretty busy year coming up. You've got to come up with a title at some point, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
What's the cut-off date for that?
I've already submitted it, and I actually put to be decided. I haven't actually said what it is yet. It's all good. It's all good. I'll be letting more info go in the next maybe month or so because there's going to be things happening in the next month, hopefully. So there's plenty of stuff to talk about. But I have to go because I have to be somewhere. That noise then was me saying get off the computer because I've got to go.
Okay, well it's brilliant. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch up with you next year. Take it easy.
Yeah, I'll be back, guys. Don't worry. Have a good one. I'll speak with you all soon.
All right, thanks, Ant.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Another void.
Right. Vacuum that was.
Right. The energy has changed.
Someone jumped in there though. Someone jumped in.
I saw it, but
were they about to say goodbye or?
I just think it's amazing how polite people are when they're not trying to prove it's a ball.
Funny how that works. So, Billy Ray, what have you been up to over there on the Infinite Fringe?
Nothing really. Same as usual, man. Trying to learn stuff. I was on with Paul on the plane not too long ago. It's coming out in Christmas.
Oh,
talking about the flat Earth. Trying to figure out where exactly we are living, meaning as far as perception goes. You know, like it's just I'm really at a crossroads, just sitting down and really trying to figure out what our reality is. Like, what the hell? Where the hell are we? Like, what is this place? You know, it's like our perception, the perception of our eyes, of the human eye, is so, you know, limited. It feels like we've been just blocked off from certain things from the get, you know. So the work started way before we even got here. We've been programmed way before we even got here, and I'm just trying to figure out what the hell this is. Not that I'll be very successful, but that's what I'm up to.
I think I'm with you there. I think I'm with you, definitely. What also occupies my mind is where we're going. Where to take it from here. I mean, I'm not so bothered about what we're living on, because I think that's, for me anyway, is concluded to a certain degree, as in my personal space. But it's where we're going. Have you got any sort of insight on that?
I think we're gonna die, and once we die, we'll find out, right? There's probably some type of mind wipe that goes into when we come to this reality. And I've also started to think, like,
only if you agree.
You think that's the way it is? Only if you agree. You have to agree to come back here, right?
We need to have a show on that topic, Billy. Truly, I want to discuss that with you, because that's something that's important to this whole thing, I believe.
Well, let's do it, man.
Well, it was more sort of. Sorry.
I was just saying, are you saying you have to consent?
I think, yeah, I have a lot of memories that, without a doubt, let me know that this place is all about consent. That's why we're tricked into all of these things that we click on. That's why we've been tricked into all this documentation. You guys in the legal area know way more about this than I do. I just know about this from being here at Timer 3. And again, you know, you believe that or
free
not,
will is a
I
gift.
know my experiences.
Well, I just want to take this opportunity just to say that I, for some reason, have felt the inspiration to start a new channel that I call the Red Hen Radio, and I had Crow 777 as my first guest, and was just really excited about that opportunity, and am opening up any invitation to anyone here on the panel, anyone who's hearing my voice. I want to contribute by having you speak and share your insight and your experience. So I welcome all to participate. So hit me up at redhenradio@gmail.com, and yeah, let's touch base. I'd love to have a conversation.
I've been hearing loads about this, Travis, and yeah, I can't wait for it. Apparently you're holding back on a few interviews. You've done Jason Lindgren, Crow, and a couple more. My question is, where did Red Hen come from? Because that was on David Weiss, the Flat Earth podcast, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. So Matt Long came up with this mixed drink of Red Bull and Hennessy, Red Hen. And he did this little short clip from Matrix where Neo gets woken up by Trinity at the computer, or Cypher, or whoever it was. And instead of it saying follow the white rabbit, he had it say follow the red hen. And I just sat there and I was just like, wow, that's so profound. And so the red hen is the new white rabbit. And I just kind of started thinking about it, sitting on it. I've got a website with, I bought the website redhenradio.com. And yeah, I put up my first half episode. The next episode is going to be on Tuesday. And then I've got the two-parter for Jason Lindgren after that. I've got Jamie Lee from aplaintruth.info.
Oh, cool.
I've got a David Weiss. So I've got a nice month to spread out. And I'm just looking for more people to have conversations with. So please step up.
Wow, so there's a 2019 for you straight off. What's your what's the channel? Sorry, say it again.
It is Red Hen Radio. That is Radar, Echo, Delta, Howard, Echo, Nancy, Radio. redhenradio.com or Red Hen Radio on YouTube.
Brilliant.
I'll definitely check that out, Redhead Red Head.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
check
I'll touch
that out.
base with you, follow up, and we'll have some conversation. That'd be great.
All right, greetings, Billy Ray Valentine.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Billy Ray. Travis is here.
Thank you. Very nice. Everybody, I love you guys. You guys be good. Okay, I'm gonna bow out for a second.
Thank you, Billy. Love you, man. Love you. You just don't know so much.
I do. I understand, and your dog loves me too. I hear him.
BRJ, cheers, bud. Thanks for coming back on.
Josh and Walt and all the rest of y'all, I love you guys like brothers. Thank you very much for everything you guys have done for me throughout 2018, and hopefully we can do some more in 2019. Try to figure out where the hell we are. It's an awesome thing. I'm very much into it. So thank you for calling me. Merry Christmas, happy, whatever the hell you subscribe to. Be good, everybody. All right?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Billy Ray.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun. Bye.
We'll talk to you soon. Billy Ray Valentine, host of the Infinite Fringe over there on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com on Sundays. Let me try this. 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, I think is right. I think that's what that is.
Well done, buddy. And typically I'm putting in YouTube search Red Hen Radio, and I'm getting absolutely sod all back.
All right, so do Red Hen.
2 N's.
Yeah, Red Hen is together, space radio.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how I had to find
2
it.
N's in hen.
Took me a while to find it too.
2 N's in hen as well. Okay, Red. I've gotcha. Come up second. There you go. Oh, first.
You illiterate. So.
All right, I'm gonna put that in the chat.
Thanks so much.
Sorry, guys, Karen.
Anyway, Travis, you want to guess what my plans are for tomorrow?
Yeah, you're gonna try to help me with getting Crow out of the can.
That's it. My mom is out of town. My Christmas guests, my holiday guests won't be here till after the holidays. I've got nothing to do tomorrow but spend all day trying to hopefully make some slight improvement, maybe, on whatever session it is. So I'll give it a shot and see what we can come up with.
Fantastic. I'm excited to see what you can do.
I'm curious myself.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Well, apparently when he was interviewing Crow's audio went a little bit wonky about halfway through, so his whole second session, his second interview that he's getting ready to release, isn't quite up to par, at least especially not compared to the first one. So I thought maybe I'd give a crack and see what maybe I can do with the little bit of knowledge that I have, which surely isn't.
Travis, are
Yes,
you
sir.
saying that you need audio guy?
Yeah, that'd be
Unfortunately,
fantastic.
this is all he gets. Unfortunately, I was the result.
You're
Josh
probably
stepped
a
up, I
better
said, okay.
audio guy, though.
You get what you pay for.
That's right. Exactly right, John. Thank you so much.
Everybody knows. One for the
Price.
holidays. Audio bitch. Had to be said.
Rasta.
Right, so aren't we meant to be bringing in the American crew?
Are we?
Or did we do that already?
Done.
Yeah, I
I'm
missed it.
We've got a whole
Off of
bunch of
that.
added.
I'm adding folks left and right, actually. So, I mean, I'm attempting
Let
to
us
copy,
know.
but-
Let us know.
Shall we say that?
And see, the thing is, people don't answer. People aren't online. It's just the nature of the beast. We knew it would happen.
For instance, I just attempted to add Martin Bietka, and apparently he's typing me a response here, so he may be about to go live. I just realized Friday, hell, that's what he does. So,
Well, I'll tell you what, considering we've been going two and a quarter hours, it's been a roller coaster so far. Absolutely awesome.
yeah, it's
I
been great
never
so
expected
much.
this.
And this was all your idea, John.
It was about,
Was
you
it?
took the words before I could say them, Josh.
Okay.
Yes, Don, this is all thanks to your idea, sir. Brilliant.
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I'm honored to be here with you guys, especially because, I'm kind of new in the whole flat Earth family type thing, and I feel like I've been accepted pretty well with you guys. And I started as fans of you, so I'm honored to be here with you and spend this little happy Christmas episode with you guys. and I'm about to drop in a little bit. So,
well, we are thrilled
thank
you're
you
here.
for having me.
Thank you.
Definitely, thanks for
I'll
having
sign
me.
an autograph for you.
Rasta. All right, guys.
Awesome chocolate. Always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Happy Christmas, bro.
I'm gonna drop, guys.
Thank you for being here, and man, the impact that I felt that you've made as people greeted you here in the panel, I could feel the love and definitely share that love, man. Thank you so much. You're doing amazing things, and it comes from the heart, and people know it. So thank you, and we're honored you're here.
Yeah, we'd love to get you back on, spend a little more time with you.
Thank you. More getting to know you soon.
Yeah, definitely. You guys got my Skype now, so hit me up whenever.
Expect it. We definitely will. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us, Chocolate. Happy holy days.
Same to you guys. Much love, much respect.
Happy
All right,
solstice, Chocolate. Take it easy, bro.
All right, good night, guys.
See you, Chocolate.
Shout out to,
Well, I just got a word from Martin. Sorry, excuse me.
shout out
And
to
he
everybody.
said I could read this, so I will. Oi, lovelies, can't join, gutted, just done 2 shows and not seen my son all day, so watching a cowboy film with him. Epic day and much love to you. Oi, Patricia especially. So extra love for you, Patricia.
Good one.
That's awesome.
Oi, back.
Oi, right. Thank you so much, Martin. And I put the show up yesterday and realized we had some sound issues with it, and I've got them fixed and just haven't gotten it back up because Fridays are pretty crazy here. So thank you so much, my friend. Much love, and thank you for doing what you've done with the mud and the history and just the whole thing.
So about that list of 72
You know what I found
people.
interesting in my interview with
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just real quick, I found it interesting in my interview with Crow that I mentioned mud floods, and he hadn't heard of it yet. So I'd be interested to see if he's going to open that door and see what he can bring up. But when I first heard Martin talk about mud flood, I was just absolutely blown away. I just could not believe that there was this door to walk through, and it's just been an amazing, it's been an amazing amount of information. It's just absolutely, I don't even know what to say, but it's been incredible.
It's another, like with Flat Earth. Oh my God, how has this been hidden right in front of our faces this obviously,
exactly,
you know?
Exactly. I'm like, really? Where the hell has this been? What?
I know.
Yeah, it was, and like I said, and Crow was like, mud flood? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, good. You got to drop him down the hole. That's epic too. Awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what he digs up.
Right. Oh my goodness. We'll all be just slipping and sliding.
Digs up out of the mud.
Right. And I see it everywhere now. I mean, truly, everywhere I go, I see a church that's got the windows at the bottom. I see the house that has no sense the way it's built into this hillside, and who did that? And, it's just crazy stuff.
So what's your feelings, Walt? I'll keep it simple. Do you think that the mud flood buildings are antediluvian relics, or that they are buildings subjugated to some kind of sonic soil liquefaction?
Well, here's the thing I keep thinking about that idea. If this liquefaction wave frequency, fascia, whatever hit, wouldn't it also have liquefied the stonework, and some of that seems like it would have gone as well to me.
That
So
sounds like a way false dichotomy there, mate.
I'm not
Is it this,
necessarily
or is it
suggesting
that?
liquefaction as in the buildings sinking down, because that would give you uneven buildings where you look at things like some of the tower or Leaning Tower of Pisa or lots of some of the ones in Bologna. But I'm more talking about, and there's historical context, because there's quotes in Roman papers where they claim the way they clear land is building floods above. But what I'm more suggesting is a little bit like the images you might see on YouTube, where you actually see a mud flood coming down from much higher on mountains, and it's coming down and gathering pace, and whether that would be feasible to start that sort of thing and then maybe continue it is what I'm saying, and maybe even direct it towards particular locations.
Don't we have examples of mud floods today? You know, large amounts of water and then followed by...
Every time I do a search. Well, I know in one of the things I've read... I'm sorry, go ahead, Chuck. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Rasta. Go ahead, Rasta.
Oh, I said they call them lahar.
Uh-huh.
They're called lahar.
What,
That's
mud
the
floods?
term for the wave of water and mud.
Right,
where
right.
It comes down from mountains and higher areas. They call it lahar.
I've even seen
You can
sand
Google it.
doing something similar to that in some videos I found.
I mean, does it have to be coming down from on the high? Could it not just be rain that when it hits mud, I mean, obviously mud is dehydrated, and when rain hits it, it expands, and bush.
The idea is against speed due to coming to washing away the surfaces that are on the higher elevations sat at angles, and so therefore it's gaining momentum as it's coming down in altitude.
So
you know
would
what I mean?
you not expect, if it had sort of that sort of momentum, would you not expect devastated architecture rather than...
See, that's where I keep going. It's some kind of destruction to the building, right?
It just has to do with the buildings that are remaining are essentially what could be just simply called superstructures.
Just made to withstand it with the knowledge that it's coming, maybe?
I'm just wondering, you know, if a, let's say for argument's sake, a 40-day and 40-night rain session happened around anyone who's on the panel, would it not swell the mud to such a point where, I don't know, it you know, you lost your first floor of your house?
When Adam said that about the directed mud, I thought about some of the things that we've seen with these intricate statues and some of the things with frequency liquefying stone to actually create those intricate statues. So maybe it is directed flood mud type.
Before we get into...
We're going to lose track, and there's too much
well,
here.
No,
we've been joined.
We just announced Karen,
Yes, we've been joined by an amazing lady here. A fellow Sasquatchian.
Karen B in the house.
Karen
Welcome
B.
back.
Forest people.
Hi, you guys.
Happy solstice.
Sasquatchian. I like that term.
I'll join you in that queue.
Sasquatch Day to you, ma'am.
What'd you say? Happy Sasquatch?
Happy Squatch Day, right?
Squatch Day. That's right. Happy Squatch Day.
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
It has been an epic day. It has been beyond anything we could have created on purpose. The love, the beauty, it's been amazing. I'm glad you're here to be part of it.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I feel very special to be included.
Oh, welcome back, Karen, anytime. But I think we may have found our format for 2019. I don't know about anyone else. We'll have to do a...
Force everyone to be on our show. Gun to your head, you're going to be on.
Well, it's more scattergun, isn't it? It's like, you know, throw out 1,000 pellets and see who we can hit.
Before we go on, I don't want anyone to feel left out. I don't want anyone to feel unloved.
Well, hold on. That came out really wrong. Sorry. Well, I'm not scattergunning. We're not pebble dashing the toilet here.
Stop digging, savage.
I'm digging. Sorry. I'll shut up.
Reached out to beforehand. We reached out to them today during the show, and they just either not available, aren't around, missed out. We don't plan ahead too far, so most of us. So again, please, no one feel left out. The love is coming out to you, even if you're not here hanging with us.
All you've got to do is call the flatline.
Right.
Yeah, looking forward to
on the screen.
Ace McLeod.
And Ace, and I mean, again, don't you?
Cool. Somebody call.
Cammy.
here. Get in here.
Cammy and Bob. And Jaren. Get on,
Bob was
son.
first. Saw it. I saw it earlier. So get in here. Jaren, right. Here, all of you guys.
That's
More
been
guys.
great.
The whole 9 yards.
Welcome, Karen.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at Chocolate. He says, I just left. Well, come back, Chocolate.
It's Friday night,
Hey,
man.
everybody, come back if you're missing us. Come back.
And I see Cammy in the chat. Hi, Cammy. I love you, Cammy. I hope you're doing well. I miss you.
Okay, I think it's Cammy's time, surely.
I'm calling Cammy.
I thought you would be.
Yeah, did you write her earlier? I tried to find her in my list. Apparently, I was looking for Cammy,
Try Bob, so the whole house lights up and just goes.
Cammy was one of the first people I ever really spoke to on Flat Earth. Only because she was a bit geeky. I kind of sent her some of the pictures I had of some of the maps I've been kind of postulating. Naive, I know, Mr. Nathan Oakley, but
she's an ist, though, isn't she? She's an ologist or ist.
Gemologist, yeah, she's a gemologist.
Rasta,
that's it.
You.
A pharmacist and a gemologist.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh, I thought that was cough, something cough, as in.
Nudge a little bit Monty Python.
Yeah.
Nudge, eh?
Nudge, okay. Yeah.
Well, our splash screen looks a bit Monty Python as well. That sounds like Chris Man's Matre in his car.
That's probably my truck.
Aha.
Hey, I was just gonna jump in because Karen B might have missed my note the other day when they were talking about having a girls' weekend, flat Earth women and whatnot and wine. I volunteered to be the eunuch-like maitre d' to serve the wine. So if you need someone that's gonna take care of you, just let me know. I'll be the guy that just pours the wine.
It's really odd. You're not the first person to volunteer for that job.
Really? Well, yeah. Well, the more the merrier,
I make awesome brownies.
We will be at your beck and call.
Do they have cannabis in them?
Hey, I said they're awesome.
You might get invited for that.
Karen, how many of your sommeliers have offered to be eunuch-like?
Well, he's the only one who made that offer. So that does set you apart.
And maybe that's not an offer. Maybe that's just genetics. I don't know.
I was going to say, I don't think mutation is something I'd be prepared to go to attend.
That's why it was qualified by like.
I just thought you were from Newcastle.
It's as good as not even there.
It's an English thing. Cake.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Hey, Rasta, what have you been up to lately? Not to ignore Karen that she's here. I'm just real curious.
Oh, I've been getting into the MMA and just started going ahead and posting short clip videos to my channel and trying to get in shape. I'm 35 and I figure I got probably one last good run to try to actually get a little more weight on me than I've had since I was 15 years old and maybe grow into a full-size boy.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy. Hey guys, I had to come back real quick, especially because I got invited by Karen B to come back, and I just missed her, so I wanted to say hello.
Hi, Chocolate.
Hello, Karen. How are you?
He was first in line to pour the wine.
Oh, no doubt. I got that. How you doing, Karen?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry I didn't answer your guys' call earlier. I was just a little busy, but.
And that's the thing about this format today. We may not have explained it to everybody. We've just been kind of rolling through the Rolodex and saying hello to all the friends and family that we've made since the time we've been doing this craziness here on Fridays. In fact, I just added someone. I think they have popped in on us. Hello, Chad Swanson.
All right.
Uh-oh.
You there?
Is he muted?
Hello.
Hello, Chad.
Hello, Chad. Merry Christmas, friend. Glad to have you here.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for the invite.
Happy Christmas, dude.
So what's the official Freemasonic
there you go, Josh.
line on Christmas? What says? What are the
There's not a whole every year, at least in the lodge, Christmas is really for the members in the lodge is a chance to sponsor families in need and actually go out there and do a lot for some families that are really just hurting this year. That's actually not a whole lot of conspiracy involved in that, but that's what the lodge does.
I do remember my father being very active early in my life when he was a Shriner this time of the year, for sure. Definitely. You're right. They did do a lot of good work around the community.
Well, helping families in need is pretty important, especially this time of year, and especially around, say, the parts where it gets cold, because there's a lot of families in need where their electricity bill can get a little bit out of hand, or they have to devote so much of their income to keeping their electricity on so that they can stay warm and not freeze to death. That sometimes Christmas gifts or a proper Christmas dinner tend to fall by the wayside. So at least there are people out there providing those things.
Yeah, I always donate. I always do food donations this time of year. I like to do the food donations this time of year.
Awesome.
That's an easy, sort of inexpensive way to help those people that don't have so much,
The coat donations as well. You'll be surprised when you go dig into that old winter closet how many
Oh
old
my gosh, you just reminded me I need to do that. I need to do that because my children are always outgrowing their coats, and I do have a few coats that I can donate, and now I need to go do that. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to do that too.
I'm going full on Illuminati like I did last year, and on Christmas Eve, I'm going to get out the snow machine again and make it snow. I'm going to mess about with the weather. If only just
you were hiding something.
If only just out of the window, but for the kids again on the estate, I'm going to make it snow again out the window. That's the best I can do. But yeah, I love Christmas.
Just enough to block out the sun, eh, Adam?
I can see what I can do. I can't promise 3 years, but maybe about 15 minutes. I don't know how much is in the bottle. So I've got about 5 liters of fluid, so we'll see.
That's good stuff.
I also have added our friend Anthony.
From this is so exciting.
THCanthony channel. If you guys, I think it looks like you're muted. I'm not sure if you're talking or not. Yeah, you're muted up there, Anthony. It looks like I see it on your symbol, on your avatar. So find that button somewhere on the phone if we rang you on your phone.
You just wanted to call and wish you a happy holidays.
Absolutely.
I show your video to your little, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for here. Your laboratory.
Right.
Setup is so
You used to joke about Adam's Mad Lab, and then we met Anthony here, and my goodness, the stuff he's doing.
I think both me and Zach are jealous of the glassware. And actually the room I've seen, it's just like the dang. It is a proper lab. I mean, it is.
He's like the mad scientists of flat Earth, right? He's like the mad cannabis scientists. He knows. He's
and
very
I drool
knowledgeable
at
about
every
that.
video I see that he posts. Oh, the beautiful fields of just happy times.
Mm-hmm.
If we could only get him to say something, I think here. Let me see if I can I mute him or unmute him here? Maybe
you cannot. He'd have to do it himself.
Wow.
What if I add him again to the call? Would that do it?
It's possible.
We're doing tricks, live production. Cover me.
I always think try and random shit. You never know your luck.
That's right. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get him off here. Oh, that wasn't it. I think I just dropped him completely. Yeah, I did. Darn it. Somebody do something. Quick, save the show.
Just add him back. Can't you just add him back in?
I am, but I didn't want to be the focus.
Oh, he says 5 minutes. He says
cool
5
deal.
minutes.
Cool deal.
Okay. Adam, have you ever heard of
anyone
Clark
that has to pop
Griswold?
out, certainly we don't want to keep anyone. Chad, certainly I know we surprised you with this as well, man. So don't stay longer than you can. I know the holidays are crazy, but
It
certainly.
just worked out. My wife and kids went to go see a movie tonight that I didn't really want to go see, and so I'm here and with the dogs, and saw the invite and thought, you know what? Let's jump on.
We've also had a
Everybody's
very
got dogs.
canine holiday as well tonight. So thank you all the dog lovers.
I have 8 dogs.
Holy jeez.
Wow, you
Wow.
just trumped us all.
You got a pack. That's a legit pack of dogs you got there.
It is.
A sleigh worth of dogs.
It is down from 10. We peaked at 10 and we're down to 8.
Are you a vet?
No. My wife has a big heart, and she would help get dogs rescued out of the kill shelters and fostered out. And in the process, we went from like 2 to 3 to 4 to 7 to 10.
You're like me. You're the foster failure as well. Yeah, I'm a foster failure. I've saved dogs, and they're still upstairs.
Yep.
I got no dogs, but I got 3 unicorns. Disprove it.
I have 2 bastard cats here looking at me.
We've got a Chihuahua Pit Bull mix. If that ain't a unicorn, what is?
I would have loved to watch that conception.
Wow.
I think it was a very ambitious Chihuahua and a very willing Pit Bull.
That's a hell of a mix, man.
That sounds like you need scaffolding.
Or a trampoline.
Or a roofie.
So where are we going from here?
I don't know.
Adam, have you ever heard of?
Go up, right?
Have you ever heard of Clark Griswold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you share any sort of affinity?
There may be a few similarities. I haven't got like the big station wagon like he had.
You've got a Porsche 4x4.
But that's not the point, is it? No need, John. No need.
You put it on YouTube. Don't blame me.
I didn't show it.
Is Roxanne still on the line?
No, she didn't see it.
Ah,
You've got no evidence for that assertion. Yeah, I used to. Mate, it's one of those classic American things, isn't it, that you think that all American families will be like when you're
Wally World.
When you were a kid, yeah, like the Griswolds were classic. I loved it.
Round Europe, yeah, I've got the box set here. It cracks me up, but I wouldn't. For that reason, I wouldn't hang a single bulb on my house at this time of year, the solstice time of year.
Fuck bulbs, mate. Forget bulbs now. It's not all about bulbs anymore. Obviously,
LEDs.
I've got multiple little animals, a few of those, of string lights and the like. But we're all into the LEDs. I've got this full red and green scatter array, and this year's one is this full snowflake effect, which is like a projection one of snowflakes across the house as well.
You can tell I'm impressed, but
mate, Santa's coming.
We got lined up?
Santa is coming. He knows where my house is, mate. He's not missing it.
Okay,
no way
here's a simple, and I don't know if Nathan would agree if it's a scientific experiment, but those of you who believe in Santa, don't buy your children anything this year, and see how Christmas Day turns out for you.
Oh, on that happened this year, because you know how you gave me shit for pretending Santa.
I never give you shit.
No, you did. Everybody I speak to.
Show me
Jared,
the evidence.
Nathan, everybody I speak to about that, I'm quite happy to have engaged in it. And Archie came up to us. Leo's still never said out. He's known for years. He's whatever. I know I'm getting good stuff.
These are your children.
Yeah, I won't ruin it for my younger brother till he says out. See, respectful, good lad, brought him up right.
You know what, you guys, what parents should do. This is if you still do the Christmas thing and the Santa thing, in my opinion anyway, is don't have Santa give your children the best gifts.
Yeah, damn right.
Have Santa give them the average stuff, and then have the best stuff come from you.
Pajamas, right?
Yeah,
right.
Spot on.
Have
wooden
Santa
toys.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wrap a lump of coal.
So then, like on their own, they're just like, you know what? Santa sucks.
Yeah, that is not all it was cracked up to be.
Elves do not make Nintendos. Like, they always the phrase of, Daddy works
like
hard.
Little wooden soldiers and stuff. And elf can make a
happy
Xbox.
solstice. Happy solstice, kids.
But anyway, John,
and when the Xbox was sold out at launch, that was also a good reason, because you can't really make an Xbox out of wood and things like that. So I'll have to get that for you after Christmas.
So you guys said about the impact on children of this terrible, deceitful lie. So Archie came up to us this week and he went, "Mum, Dad, I want you to tell me the truth. Is Santa real?" So we went and we looked at him. "No, he's not." And he went, "Yeah, I thought not." Alfie went straight back to the Xbox.
Didn't hurt, did it?
No pain. I've seen no. And I think we worry too much as to that is all I'd say.
One of my sons did the same when he was 5. And he came up to me and said exactly the same thing. "Dad, is he real?" I said, "What do you think?" He was like, "Well, I just can't see how he can get down that little tube, and I can't see how he can get around the world in one night, and no, I don't think he
I
is."
did the same thing.
And I said, "Well, there you
I
go."
did the same thing.
You know how I figured it out? And my mom's here. She's visiting for Christmas. But I figured it out because Santa had the same writing as my mom.
A detective.
That's what
I was
my
like,
other
why does
son
Santa's
had.
writing is exactly like my mom's writing?
That's what the other son I had. He was just like, "No, it's not true." Look, that's how he actually sussed the tooth fairy.
Karen, that's so funny because I did a parody on what I call the Saint Nick fallacy. So I did a couple of episodes on my channel where I talked about the Saint Nick fallacy, and that's exactly the illustration that I came up with. Like, okay, when your child gets to that point and they ask all these questions as a 5-year-old, and you don't want to lie to them, so you give them all this magical kind of stuff. But then when they're 13 and they're like, Santa writes my name like you do. It's like, what are you going to do then? Are you going to keep it going, or are you going to come clean? I think it's so funny that you brought that up.
Oh, and I was really young when I figured it out. It was way before 13. Way before.
Yeah, well, I was just making an illustration, but
Yeah.
it's still a poignant point. It really is.
I just, it's like I hate having to play the whole Santa thing, and it really, I don't like doing it. And so I just try to do a really bad job at it so they figure it out. So they don't have to be like straight up Santa ain't real. Because my daughter will cry, and I don't want to make her cry.
What did you say, Adam?
I said I tried that with ironing.
How'd that work out for you?
I've got lovely shirts.
But isn't it funny, Karen, the way that we get pushback so much about, how on earth can you have all the scientists and all the PhDs and all the teachers and all the politicians and everyone lying to us, knowing this lie? But my response to that is, what about Santa Claus? I mean, literally everyone on this world has been told that lie and has had to come to the point where they've realised where it is a lie. And oh my God, everyone I trusted, everyone I believed in, had lied to me. I can't help thinking that this is a massive psychological play on us from birth. That is the start of everything. What do you think, Karen?
Yeah, I agree with that completely. It's funny how they can perpetuate lies themselves and yet not understand how they can be lied to themselves. I mean, it's like,
that's it.
Y'all don't get it.
I was always told by my parents, or my mother, who was sort of Irish Catholic, and it was always a look at me. Don't worry, that was a white lie. It was a white lie. Has anyone else on the panel sort of heard that phraseology?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, it's a lie, but it doesn't really matter. And I always just thought, no, it's a lie. You're lying.
Santa is a
white
lie.
or black. It's still a lie.
Just a tiny stain on my
white one.
And you're setting them up for so much disappointment, especially because like different children kind of figure it out at different ages, and then they'll go to school and they'll be like, so and so told me Santa isn't real. Is that true? And then you're like, oh brother, like I can't stand it. I can't freaking stand it.
And then it's crazy that as adults, like we all know it's not real, right? But then we still perpetuate it. People still dress up as Santa. People put the Santa decorations all over the place, like you can't escape it, knowing damn well it's a lie. But let somebody, start putting up flat earth, posters and billboards and stuff, trying to tell people, to show people the world that you live on is
chocolate,
not
mate.
The world.
That's exactly why tonight's little thumbnail on YouTube and the window I've got up at the moment is both Santa silhouette
and the ISS
reindeers and the ISS. Yeah.
Yep, I saw that. I like that. That was you.
Yeah. That's me in Photoshop.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
Yeah, the Santa ball, as Santos Bonacci says, the Santa ball.
Santa ball.
Don't talk to us about Santos Bonacci. Have we got a soundbite for that? Have you got
Oh, you know what? I totally remember when he was on. I remember that. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to bring up.
Good.
Karen, there was
misfire.
Hit the soundboard.
Santos, wasn't there? And Pete and Peter left in our phone book that we hadn't called tonight. So,
right, they were with the wrap up.
Good days.
Play the Santos clip, and
don't start.
Well, then we can get James on as well. For you,
just for an argument, yeah. They were. I think they say anything about what for me is important, and that's about respecting other people's opinion, whether it chimes with you, whether it offends you or not. But being able to sit in a room with somebody who holds a different opinion, and that's what upset me that night. That we couldn't get past that.
I agree.
Yeah, that really was unfortunate. Because we don't have to agree. We just have to be able to talk and communicate and exchange ideas.
And it put my foot down.
Hit a wall. It hit a wall, and that was unfortunate.
For you.
And maybe we can revisit that for you, right?
Who was it that triggered Santos? Was it Adam?
James.
No.
James.
Oh. Another call that. Yeah.
I think it was on the there was James is a strong Christian, and Santos obviously has his own fundamental reasons why he would oppose that, and neither of them would. It was a bit like, isn't, you know what I mean? And with regards to the validity of Christ, and
to be fair, Adam, it only took James twice to say for you. I mean, in response, Karen, to give you a bit of background, Santos came on insisting a certain point of view, and James said for you, as in that's what you believe or whatever, and Santos came back saying no, this is absolute fact, and James came back saying no, for you that's absolute fact. And at that point, that was the trigger. That it only took two for yous to trigger Santos to what I hope we can play. But I doubt.
Unless you're lining it up, forget it, pal.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Shall I line it up?
You do. All I want to know.
He's got it on trigger. He's got it on the soundbite.
Josh, the one thing I really wanted to ask, and I've still not got an answer to this question.
That's a challenge here. That's a challenge to me. Sorry. Oh, shut up.
And Josh probably knows, was one of the things that, when you look at alternative health and one of the genuine question I still want an answer for, even if it's an insult in a YouTube response, was regards to his denial of ejaculation and the supposed benefit of prostate stimulation. And still a question I have to this day. And, if anybody knows, it's ironrealmedia@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that. I'm sorry.
Maybe clarify a little bit. Do
you mean about me being
any doubt?
Pig?
There's never been a Jesus and there's never been a globe.
For you. Well, you said you had a question. You were looking for an answer, and I'm still not quite sure I can put my finger on exactly what the hell the question is.
I think, it's probably best
you. It seems like a dichotomy, and they shouldn't be. They seem to be two different opposing viewpoints.
How are we stimulating the prostate and still withholding our semen? Is that what the question is?
Yeah. There seem to be, and I'm not being smart here, but there seems to be within the, when you're talking about prostate, milking the prostate, there appears to be a beneficial point of actually, put crudely, cleaning your tubes. And what there appears to be with regards to ejaculation denial would appear to be a complete denial of the use of those tubes, put simply. Do you know what I mean? And I was just always wanted to ask him, how do those two things marry with regards to the supposed benefit of that, and what would appear to be not a life of abstinence, but in terms of the plumbing, Mr. Savage, how that would, the beneficial effects of prostate milking and all of that is it's clearly opposite. I'll stop rambling.
Can you see my screen?
No, it's blank.
Okay. I see it. Can you hear it?
Playing, but no, I don't hear it either.
Beyond any doubt.
You didn't hear that?
I hear it now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shall I play? You're not seeing my screen there?
Get me out of here.
Is it really that fast? Is it really that quick that he leaves?
It's 54 seconds. Well, I've already done 4 seconds, so should I do the next 50 seconds?
Do it.
Rewind, John. Let's not miss a moment.
Okay, I'll rewind. There you go. Back to the beginning. Just give me the nod if you can hear it, so I'm not wasting my time, okay?
Proven beyond any doubt that there's never been a Jesus and there's never been a globe.
For you.
And no, not for me. It's a fact. It has been proven. Proven. No, not for me. But Jesus the historical is a satanic lie. Not for me, okay?
So, Santos, do you think there are people out there that would say that it is a proven fact that he did exist? Do you think the opposite stance exists?
Hey, listen, whoever that dumb fuck is who said, for you, I want him off this panel or I'm off. Understand?
I think it's probably best you leave then.
I was about to say, I think it sounds like...
I didn't want to know.
See you later,
yes.
Santos.
That's too bad.
Ta-da!
There you go. Have some of that.
Still made me bum nip.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
That was too bad.
Yeah.
We've talked about unity, and stuff like that is daft, and we need to be bigger than that.
Well, so was the 3-month tirade against us on his channel and his Twitter feed, and offering his followers free downloads of his goodies to go.
Yeah, there was a significant fallout from that, wasn't
it? It's pretty insane to be an enlightened person. It really was
and to be honest, Josh comes in and says,
"Hell."
Josh comes in and asks him a perfectly reasonable question as well. So yeah, that was.
To be fair, I did a bit of research after that because genuinely, I wondered if you could buy pig bum.
Was that 2018?
Oh no, that was.
That had to be 2017.
Oh, was
17. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
which is like
happy
30 years
to
ago
James.
in the flat earth.
Happy solstice, indeed.
Yeah.
Right.
James, take it easy.
I've added a few more people. It looks like I'm trying to anyway here. Let's get Anthony back in here too.
Is Riley coming back?
I saw him pop in and then pop back out again.
Is that who that was? I didn't see. I saw one pop in, but.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we are Nickelback, and we're wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
What are you doing?
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Oh my goodness.
I've got that recording of Santos down as the 22nd of December.
What?
No, hold on.
One almost to the day?
No, it is impossible. It's picking up what I did today. Twat. Sorry.
He was only
okay, no. Here we go. Here we go. 21st of January 2018.
Oh, it was the first of the
nearly
year.
a year ago, you see. I'd have said, we all said more than a year.
Oh, the question was it in 2018?
Mm-hmm. You got it. You win. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, I'm only going on the date stamp on something on my PC, but I'm pretty sure we've got it on the website. What was the website?
For that, John.
Iron Realm Media Channel, something like that.
Pretty sure.
24/7. Are you back, Riley? No, he's back. He's gone.
No, I think I'm back.
Are you back?
Hey, Riley.
Nice.
Hey, Karen. I just thought I'd stop by for seconds. I had Christmas pudding before, and then I thought I want the apple pie as well, so I thought I'll have to go back for apple pie as well.
You're having 2 desserts?
Sorry, Riley. I've stayed here. I'm eating all the apple pies, so.
It's got to be done at Christmas, hasn't it? You've got to have that seconds if it's on offer.
And
well, you were supposed to come back with the ice creams, though.
No, I've already eaten the ice creams.
You already
yeah. How are you, Karen? I've not seen you for a while.
I'm doing great. Just been visiting with my mom. She's in town. Cool. And hanging out with the children.
Cool. Have you found any curvature or gravity or anything like that?
No. I've been looking, but I can't seem to find any.
Do you know, there was a really good one-liner in chat before, Karen. He says, I can't remember who it was, but he said, gravity. What was it now? He said, gravity is Down syndrome. I love it. I'm having that on a
funny.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I think that was Ross Thatcher.
Down syndrome. I love it. I'm having it.
Do you understand how politically incorrect that is?
I was going to say, would we get in trouble for that, though?
I think you probably would.
No.
Yeah.
There's no S. There's no S on the end of down.
Okay, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Down syndrome. Nobody can be offended by it, I don't think.
Oh, no.
It takes a bloody lawyer, a solicitor, or a legal person to make that joke without the S. Hats off.
Yeah, it's fair play. I don't think anybody can be offended by it because it's not actually a thing, right?
I'm with you.
Sounds
without the S, it's got no like brand name.
Board meeting, mate. More like a board meeting of the Flat Earth Cracker Company.
I'm just checking. Oh no, Down syndrome doesn't have an S on it. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure it is Down's syndrome.
Oh no, you've stuffed us.
Oh no, I don't think it's got an S. Oh, hang on, no, it is. It does have a Downs. It does have an S on it.
Check Wikipedia, quick.
We're all right. I think we can call it. It seems to exist in both forms. To be fair, it's got the apostrophe S and then also without it in Wikipedia.
Karen,
yes.
You know a lot, and you're a sensible. Is it right to justify bad taste by spelling?
As far as that's concerned, probably not. I would have to say no. That's probably not going to go over very well, especially because we have a woman who's a flat earther who has 2 children with Down syndrome.
With an S
and
or
she's
without?
a very sweet lady.
Yeah, it does say on Wikipedia that it's Down without the S on it.
Oh,
right. I don't think we'll get away with it, will we?
I mean, that's a. I'm sorry. What did you say? I didn't mean to talk over you.
I said we're already going to help for all the Stephen Hawking stuff that we do.
Play it, Josh. Play it. See what he thinks. What does Stephen think about what we're doing right now?
No, you've done it now.
Look.
Oh, he says this with an S.
It's so good though, because on Wikipedia it says the average IQ for a young adult with Down's syndrome is 50, equivalent to the mental ability of an 8 or 9-year-old. How perfect is that? It's like, why can't we use that in some way?
That's the
fucking line.
I'm going to hell.
I know, but half these ballers, it's difficult to distinguish.
As applicable as it is, it's not reasonable.
We're burning right now.
I'm not sure I'll get away.
I don't have a problem making fun of Stephen Hawking, though. I really do.
Right.
I mean, come on. Weekend at Bernie's, anybody? Come on. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I grew up with Weekend at Bernie's.
Karen, I'm sick of this. That wasn't making fun. We were asking his opinion.
Was that before he started using the computer to talk? This was pre-computer.
Oh, ask him.
Hey, Stephen. Okay, let's do it.
This is a new segment. Ask Stephen anything.
You see, Christmas always brings a present. You see?
It's Love Lines with Stephen Hawking.
Right. Flatterers friends. With
Stephen. So I really want to stimulate my boyfriend's prostate, but he doesn't want to actually ejaculate. What should I do?
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Oh my god! That. I disappear for 30 seconds. Come back to this.
It's an advice.
Where's all our American chums? Where's Paul on the plane? And who's meant to be dialing? Come on, let's get us back on track. These tracks are meant to be parallel. Remember, no diverging in the future.
Hey, did y'all see the new lunar wave video?
I've not tried.
No, I missed that one.
There's a new lunar wave that was recorded on the 19th.
By who?
By a woman. I forget the name of her channel. I'll bring it up. I have it in my.
Sean.
Stick it on, and I'll.
No.
Soundly.
No, Crow tweeted it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and it's a lunar wave, and it goes along with his theory that they always are recorded around the solstices or the equinox. And so here it is, the solstice, and there was a new lunar wave recorded. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get in a position from the ballers on this lunar wave stuff.
Can you play this, Josh, when it arrives?
I just put it in the chat.
I surely can.
Bang, what's that?
Art by Mr. Curry THCanthony. Welcome, man.
Yes.
Quite a while. Happy holiday.
Hello, Anthony. How are you?
Turn the tumble dryer off.
Well,
Can you hear us?
Well, he's muted, but I don't think he hears us.
Are you not? Oh, darn it. I thought I saw headphones in. That's why I thought he could hear us.
That's all right. He'll join us when he's sorted himself out.
Yeah, let him seeing it. Well,
what about this clip? I'm dying to look at this clip now.
Yeah, 5-minute mark.
Yeah, go to the 5-minute mark. That's when you'll see it come up.
I have to go to YouTube to see this, right?
No, Josh is going to stick it on so we can all... There we go.
I did it.
Yay.
2 waves. Did they follow the same orientation where one went north to south and then the other one went diagonally? No way.
Yeah.
That's really prominent as well.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one.
Come on, science boys. How are you going to explain this? What's going on?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Back it up. Do
that
it again.
Displacement is crazy.
Stick it on replay.
And it looks and behaves just like the other ones that have been recorded as well, you know.
That's crazy.
Just keep playing it. I've just put it on full screen now, Josh, so...
Wow.
Damn.
Do you know what it looks like to me? Does anybody else look at that and think someone's dropped a pebble into a water and it's ripples?
That's what it looks like, man. That's exactly what it looks like to me.
That's what got me started on liquid space, this whole thing here.
I agree.
So what we need to do is we need to formulate a scientific hypothesis because there's definitely a phenomenon there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not getting me with that one, Riley.
No, I'm teasing because we know we're never going to be able to manipulate the independent variable.
Me, pal.
Exactly.
What would be the independent variable here?
I don't know, but we're not going to be able to manipulate it. We know that much. But we'll call it gravity. So he says that it's usually to do with the solstices, right?
Well, it's not that it has to do with them, but that's the time that these things are usually recorded at. Is around solstices or the equinox.
So this is the third one I've seen. Is there any more than 3?
Yes.
Yeah. If you go to Crow's channel, I downloaded the video and I saved it on my hard drive because when his channel was getting all censored and shut down and stuff, once it came back, I was like, I need to grab that lunar wave video before that thing disappears. But he does a compilation of those lunar wave videos. Where he does an analysis of it and everything.
So look
at didn't Crow himself get like 2 of them?
Yeah.
And then other people started catching them and then sending to him.
Yep.
So yeah.
Look, it's like it's repositioning it. If you look at the edge of the moon, it comes down as the wave passes. Here's where it was, and here's where it is now that the wave is gone. As the wave goes by, it's like it drops the whole edge of that moon down.
What's weird about it?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll tell you what. Where is Crow? He's on our Skype list. Have we tried him?
Yeah, he's added to the call.
A couple times.
It's that kind of... Just replay it again for us, Josh.
I am. Watch it. It'll displace the whole moon as it goes through and put it in the whole position.
You know, when you were talking about liquid space, it's that kind of shot that kind of makes it look like what you're watching is a ripple within the medium that whatever the moon is sat in, is as opposed to a magnetic ripple in terms of some kind of manipulation magnetically of the light. That just looks
also
like,
Adam,
like I say, a liquid wave.
Didn't we see either this week or last week someone quite convincingly present evidence that the sun is not gas, it is most likely liquid?
Yeah, that was what was that?
Globusters mirrored it.
I can't remember.
Can't be liquid. Can't be gas because it emits a full, and I can't
spectrum.
Explain this. Full spectrum of light, which a
gas can't do, or something along those lines.
It requires at least liquid state as well.
There's got to be someone on the panel that's looked into this further than us fuckwits.
I actually watched that video probably a little over a year ago. I watched that lecture because I look at the sun a lot, and I was just looking up random stuff online about the sun, and I saw that and I watched it and I was like, wow, this is really fascinating. I'm like, even mainstream scientists can't agree on what the sun is. And I didn't think to like make a video out of it and like publish it. I should have done it, but I'm glad that who was it that did that? Dorje Daka. I'm glad he did it and brought it up because it's a really excellent video. And that guy, that scientist, I forget his name. He has like a French name or something. He's actually got his own channel. It's called Sky Scholar, and I went and I subbed his channel. But yeah, he does a great job of explaining it, and it's the videos aren't even very long. Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff.
I knew someone would chime in that had some better info than we did, but yeah, that
for me, John, what that one was, oh look, modern physics has once again come along and forced them to have to make all sorts of dark matter bullshit excuses for a reason why there's another hole in their model.
Well, it struck me as
that it's just not possible.
Look, if we look into the roots of cosmology, we find a computer code. You know, it's like, oops, you got us. Now we're going to have to run with it. It's like exactly the same sort of thing. It's like someone's paying attention to the sun and realizing that it's not acting like a gas, it's acting more like a fluid. And someone's paying attention to the moon and realizing that the light is not warm, it's cold. And it's just, I can't wait for the next year and what experiments people like you and I are going to do to show that this model is just nonsense. Sorry, a little soapbox rant there.
What's interesting is that the
trying to find my. Go ahead.
The one that Crow did, the original one that I saw, which might not be the original one, but the first one I saw, they were at different angles to each other, whereas them two look like they're following each other. Because like the one I saw, one started off on one angle, the other one started off on a slightly different angle behind it, and it kind of intersected it. And I just thought that was.
I can't remember that.
They always seem to be two in quick succession of each other going the same direction.
The one you're talking about,
parallel.
Well, one kind of went. Yeah, they actually would have crossed each other if they'd have been.
Yeah, they would have crossed each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Once I was filling up my car with fuel, and I looked up. It was teeming with rain, and I looked up, and they had like square ceiling lights that like so you can see what you're doing. And I'm looking up at it, and what I could see was the bulb of the lamp unit, but on the inside of the glass, water was getting in, and it was dripping onto it. And I'm looking up at it, and it didn't half look like Crow 777's video. It just looked like the bulb would be the moon, and then it was behind a lens, and then the water was dripping on it and creating the lunar wave, and it was just like that. And I thought, that would explain what we're looking at. It was just bizarre. That video is such a pertinent video.
I think if I wasn't clear of the second wave, I struggled to see that. But if you're talking about waves that are clearly either at a right angle to each other, that again would, well, to me, suggest that it's an alteration in the medium as opposed to a magnetic effect.
So you can't see the second wave on that video?
I didn't know. I struggled to see the second wave as clear as the one that came from northwest.
It's too much mastication. Mastication. Oh, come on. Everybody loves that word.
That's what I'm doing for you. I was having a cheeky little bit of masticating whilst you were.
I thought you were tutting.
Well, I know it's hard. It's hard to masticate and make too much noise. You get, trained out of you at elocution lessons, don't you? So
scraping the barrel now, boys.
It's not me, right to start it.
You carried it on.
At least I can type with two hands.
If you poke a bag of shit, all that comes out is shit.
Yeah, that's why we poke rumpus all the time, because the amount of shit he comes out with.
That's so true, isn't it? So true. That's something, guys. That we admit that John came up with tonight's cunning plan for a show. But what I did notice, and what I always kind of write is,
don't blame it on me.
John, you've done well. The boy done well, young Padawan. Seems to have been all right, mate. It's 1:45, and you've not even tried to leave yet. So
yeah, it's going to fizzle into shit though shortly.
Well, it would be if you keep interrupting, won't it? I've lost.
Don't know, will it?
I don't know. No, I don't know really.
I'm going to run.
I forgot what I was saying. What was that on about?
I don't know. You're probably blowing smoke.
No, it weren't. It was really poignant. It was groundbreaking.
It was the format of the show tonight, and how we're going to carry that on into the future as a platform for the outspoken and influential and doers, thinkers, and I can't think of anything else.
No,
to get together whenever they want, on the whim of us ringing them up every week. How's that sound?
Something to do with, no, it was more like Happy Christmas.
Okay, well, if anyone would like that sort of format and enjoyed the format tonight, then let us know. However you want.
You're trying to claim that
this was like a big beautiful flat Earth bat signal that you just put out here. I love it. It's awesome.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it worked quite well, and it's something we might be able to do once a month.
Oh, don't get Christmas once a month.
See everybody logging off Skype once a month on Fridays.
What happened to all the people I had in my address book? I don't know.
Where's Jaron then? And where's Mark Sargent? He was up on the chat last week. We want to say hello. We want to say happy solstice.
So I go through my list. We said as we got to the end, I'd go through a list of and feel free, anybody, to interrupt and just add stuff. That's a lot of ticks and crosses. How long have you been here? That's a long. Right. Okay. So there's Aaron, Iron Coin, Aaron Kershaw, is it?
Creshock.
Shout out. Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Creshock, yeah.
Shout out to Ben Amin, Brendan Daly, Norbs, we said hello to, Nathan Thompson, David Weiss, Bob, and Cammy Nodal. I know we saw Cammy in chat. Boys, Hacksaw. Hack, happy Christmas,
have
bro.
you given David Weiss a tinkle?
Yes, David Weiss.
Okay.
Depends on how you define tinkle, John.
Okay, let's not go there. What about Hacksaw?
You guys are a bunch of pervs. You're all talking about prostates and having a tinkle and all this.
It's chronic, isn't it, Karen? It is absolutely chronic. If you're just
what was worse?
Rising above all this nonsense, you might as well be in the playground.
She's right. Right. Anthony brought out a perfectly good camera rig, and all I saw was a prostate stimulator. So you're right. We are in some way still contained with some kind of.
All I saw was plumbing.
Complex.
I thought how you could do that with a bit of copper.
I bet you could do it. You could just bend it right up.
And that's not a euphemism for anyone who's got a filthy mind. Carry on, Adam.
Did you bring it back to plumbing there?
Of course. You're going to bring it back to mud flood in a minute. So anyway, carry on.
Not yet. Let's go down the list. Issa, good shout out. I did Gary Didi. This one, I even looked in chat, typed it on screen. John Brahma.
I'll add him, see what he says, see if he answers.
Give him a call now. Let's call John Brahma. Where is he?
Ringing
is
him
he on
right
the edge?
Hey, Karen, are you able to see the side chat in Skype?
I am.
Check out the new attire. There's a couple of us, Gary, Heather, Gary John, whatever his name is. Meekin's not coming because he's being a Burke. Lifting the Lid, Robin, Jason of the Didsbury family, Roxanne, and a couple of others. We're all going down Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park in London at the end of the month, and that's going to be what I'm going to be wearing. So check it out. It's the new weapon of choice, the high vis vest.
That's cool. Do all of you have that, or just you?
No, I've just got it, but I reckon it's going to start a trend.
Can you imagine?
You need to write on there, ask me about flat Earth.
No, because I'm sick of people saying, how can I find you? Literally a logo with my name on it. That's all that's needed. Put the YouTube on it, then my name on it, and then I don't need to say anything, do I?
Stick a little sticker underneath it saying Google Einstein shitbag.
Google Dick Earth. The other good thing is as well,
since you're plugging your channel there.
Or you could put this under this would be hilarious if you put this underneath your picture.
On Realm Media.
I don't know. Is that
so awful? That voice is so.
Josh, if I'm going to type it, is that a silent P on the second?
No. That is not a silent P. You definitely
the two ends. Thanks. Don't forget the two ends.
Thanks, bro.
Sorry, where were we? Anthony, you were plugging your channel.
Yeah, Jaron Morgile, Justin Harvey, shout out. Kai Holloway.
Hold on, before we scoot past Justin Harvey, Harvey is actually organizing or in talks with the people that are helping organize some of these yellow vest protests here in the States. I just thought it was a good tie-in to Ant's orange vest.
Orange being supervisor.
Exactly.
Orange being Masonic, surely.
No, it was just, well, if you go for yellow, they're really hard to keep clean because they pick up like all the dirt, and I thought, well, that's not ideal. I thought I'll go for the orange one.
Doesn't orange mean 33?
I was going to get the word media put on the back, just to take the pit. Well, you know.
Anthony, answer my question. Doesn't orange mean 33?
I don't know. Does it?
I think we have a 32nd degree Freemason.
We do.
We do. Where's Chad?
Here. Who would know?
Yes, absolutely. 33.
Oh, there you go.
Really? 33 means what? Orange means 33, does it?
In gematria.
All right. Well.
And isn't that why they dress the people up on the fake news media in orange all the time?
Really?
Well, so I'm told.
All right. Chad, so there's gonna be loads of hate messages then.
Chad, the mud flooders are coming in, bro, and orange, like you said, is significant. The Dutch play a significant, apparent role for such a minor nation, and orange is their colour of choice. Is there anything linked that you're aware of with regards to the Dutch, the Netherlands, with regards to power structures that you've? That's something that seems relevant with regards to kind of untangling some of this historical stuff.
I'm going to lean on you for that one. That's not in my wheelhouse.
Okay. Well, I'd extrapolate a little bit then, and then maybe just say, in terms of orange, what's the significance then? And other than its 33 spelling, is there any other powers that are ascribed to it that you're aware of? Because, like I say, it seems to be an adopted thing and quite powerful.
Well, it's interesting that they called Donald Trump the orange president, right?
Ooh, yeah.
It's interesting.
I do wonder why
when the orange conversation started, that's the first thing I thought of. Calling the orange president.
What about the orange men in the Ireland? Any idea why they call that?
Terry's chocolate.
Say it again.
What about the orange men in Ireland?
The Ulster men.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well,
I've
they're
no
from
idea.
They're from William of Orange, so that is a direct. So what happens at the Battle of the Boyne, isn't it? You get the adoption of William, the Dutch king, and then you get the what is it? It's kind of a Egyptian kind of play battle fake thing, which is the Battle of the Boyne that's played out, which is it's Egyptian symbology, isn't it?
So Orange goes all the way back to Egyptian symbology.
Well, I do think that all of these bloodlines, as they're called, link. It's interesting how they all link there. Look, we've gone from that to
what makes up Orange
family to
anyone know?
Akhenaten.
Like, because it's not a prime colour, is it? Also, by the way, we got Paul on the plane, who's just popped into chat.
Was he?
Mm.
So even still today, they have
red and yellow make orange.
Red and yellow. Okay, red and yellow.
There's the Loyal Orange Institution, or more commonly known as the Orange Order, a Protestant fraternal order based primarily in Northern Ireland. It is headed by the Grand Orange Lodge of Ireland, which was established in 1798. Its name is a tribute to the Dutch-born Protestant King William of Orange, who defeated the army of Catholic King James II in the Williamite-Jacobite War from 1688 to 1691. Its members wear orange sashes and referred to as Orangemen. This according to Wikipedia.
Cool, cheers for that.
I was lucky enough to go to a place at uni where there was a big intake from those from both the Republic and Northern Ireland, and it's interesting how history is played out there, and there's a lot of clues, I think, to the past history in Ireland. It's why it's been subjugated to so much tyranny, for want of a better word, over time. I don't think for 1 minute it's because for some reason the English Empire needed to take over a load of potato farms. There's a reason what went off over there, and it's integral to hiding our true history.
Is it a mud flood?
It's not actually. There is that point where Bruna Boyne, which you can otherwise know as Newgrange, which is one of the Neolithic kind of monuments. So there is kind of stuff that relates that in ancient Gaelic scripture towards a ark. So during the big flood, maybe that was but that's a tenuous thing.
We've got to give a shout out to the French civilians and citizens, right? Have you been keeping up with what's going on in France?
Can you do it in French?
You know, they're all having riots, right? And it's all supposed to be in the name of fuel prices and austerity and all this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's got nothing to do with it. Something else is going down. It's to do with like paedophilia within government and stuff that shouldn't be happening. But whatever's going on in France, the media is obviously not reporting on it.
They do this every time, though, don't they? And they do this every time. They hijack, no matter if 1,000, 100,000 people turn up in London or whatever, they'll call it an anti-gay march or a vegan march or something, Greenpeace march or some nonsense like this. This is how they do it, and this is why people shouldn't listen to the media anymore.
Let me just give a shout out to Antonio, who's just put a message in the back. He says, "Merry Christmas, Anthony," meaning to the other Anthony. He says, "And to all good people in here, I have no interest in reading anything from crazy transgender people," and then he names someone, or for half-wits that he's talking about me that think solar eclipses happen every month, me, and don't know what triangles are, me, and same for scammers, Riley and Franklin. I'm not sure what he's on about there. This is a festive season. Doesn't make those people fine to hang out with for me, so I'm out laters. Shut the door on the way out, Antonio, eh?
Happy solstice, Antonio.
Indeed.
No worries.
Indeed.
Yeah.
THC Anthony's joined us as well. Anthony.
Hey, Zach. How you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm doing good.
So just with regards to the guys that are in here, the triangles comment, I was actually eating my tea whilst I was being grilled on triangles. But the context was we were talking about how they calculate parallax, or how they don't have parallax, and calculate the distance to the stars. And he's asking me questions, and I'm like, listen, what's this got to do with calculating the distance to the stars when you're not talking about right angle triangles? But I'm eating my tea at the same time. If you listen carefully, you can hear that the knife and fork on the plates like clinking away. But the way it was cleverly doctored made it sound like I was just being dense. And sure, yeah, I'm dense at times, but I thought there was a gotcha in there as well. So I was cautious. I didn't want to say something that was silly, But because I was eating my tea at the same time whilst talking about stellar parallax and the lack of it. I don't know why we're talking about isosceles and scalene triangles, and I'm thinking, where's he going with this? But it was cleverly put together to make me look daft. And to be honest, it did make me look daft. But you have to understand I was eating my tea at the time.
I think, we all make mistakes, mate. I think if we're looking at stuff over the year, Iru's work, for me, kind of demonstrates that these triangular, whether they're just Pythagorean or more complex, really aren't applicable for calculations with lights in the sky.
Well, that's why I was asking him, where are you going with this? What are you talking about? But they didn't put that bit in. They just left it silent, as though I'm sat there fumbling my way through this. But I was actually eating my tea, so it was just a bit of clever publication, but clever what's the word? Video editing. But that's all they can do. I mean, do you know what? Conspiracy Cats. Quick story for you, right? Conspiracy Cats put out a video on his Baldy Cats channel. And I was waiting for a response to it, but he'd responded to it on his Conspiracy Cats channel, now, which I don't bother with because it's just all the fluff for all the morons. But what he'd done is, because he'd gone on the other channel, somehow he'd managed to get I think it was 100,000 views in 3 days on a response video to me, right? Which is like crazy. But nonetheless, he's apparently got 120,000 views in 3 days. And it's like, this is nonsense. But what he'd done in the video was completely lied about what I was actually doing. And it's embarrassing. It's like, what is he doing, this guy? And what he does is he recycles Ranty's work. So Ranty will say, look what this is doing. This boat is compressing, and he'll recycle it and say Ranty proves flat Earth, ball Earth. And I'm like, what? Look, Ranty's point about that video was to show that something's getting compressed disproportionately for the vertical aspect ratio of that picture or that boat. It's being squashed. Now he'll repackage it and call it curve, and I'm like, this guy is literally telling people anything. Doesn't matter how true or not true it is. He'll say anything for hits or for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on, but it's embarrassing. I don't know what's going on. They're all doing it though.
They're too afraid of losing their ball, Tony. You know that.
Yeah, but to repackage Ranty's work as something that it was never in the first place. I mean, it's not even open to opinion. It's like the boats are squashing. But to call it curve of the earth, it's like, what are you doing?
But that goes to show you how badly, like, they have no arguments. Is that they can't even come up with their own. They have to take ours and repackage it into their own.
Yeah,
it's sad, but
Thank you, Chocolate. That was the point. When I lost my mind earlier. That was the point. It's where have they got to now in terms of their argument? You know what I mean, Chocolate? It's kind of like, what are you bringing to the table for us to argue with?
Have they come up with? What new observations? What discoveries have they made? As opposed to how far we've come in the past year, and all the observations people like Ranty are out there making, and I mean, it's insane to see these guys just take what hardworking flat earthers are doing and just turning it around and saying, "Oh, thanks for the glow proof." Like, are you guys kidding? Like, they're grasping at straws, I feel.
Yeah, and the more we tell this message that they're literally changing stuff to suit their narrative, the more people realize that's what they're doing. It makes you realize that this has to be a game of propaganda. This is not based on truth or fact anymore for them. This is based on regurgitating into nonsense what they want people to hear. It's not what is true. It's what they want people to hear.
It's about we win and you lose. it's not about the truth. It's not about what we actually live on. It's about we win and you lose. And they refuse to lose their ball. So they're showing their true selves are coming out. That's how I see it, anyway. But I think 2019 is gonna really stir things up.
I've got to agree. I think we're in for a bit of a roller coaster, especially in the next year. I've heard it many years in a row that it's 2012 and 2015 and this, that, and the other. But I think 2019 things are coming to a boil, as far as I can tell, and I would just like to say thanks to everyone that has made an appearance tonight, who's been in the chat, who's going to comment, who's thumbing this up, sharing it, and all the rest of it. This is a coming together, and I'm looking forward to 2019. And on that note, I will say goodbye to you all. Thanks.
See you later, dude.
Right. See you later, man.
Happy Christmas, Mr. Savage.
You have yourself a great rest of your weekend, John.
Love you, cuz.
God bless, pal. Love you, mate.
Shout out to Ace McLeod.
Shout out retracted.
Hashtag.
No, you can't retract my shout out. You can only retract your own shout outs.
All right. Well, we can have a refracted shout out that wasn't aimed at Ace, but he managed to pick it up.
Refracted shout out.
Shout out refracted.
Yeah.
You come up with shout out refracted.
Shout out refracted. It wasn't meant for him, but he got it anyway. It's been round the curve.
It was looming.
Yeah, looming shout out.
Anyway.
Merry Christmas, guys.
I think I'm about
to Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, beautiful people.
Merry Christmas, Anthony.
Yeah. What a wild time, hey guys.
I bet you have been just up to your ears in work.
It's pretty crazy, mate. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's light in the tunnel, man. It's not a train. It's going to be really good. It's the hemp bill passed 2 days ago, so the old powers to be have been handed their hat, and there's a lot of stuff going on, because when you look at the biggest industries in wood and cotton, and now have the biggest threat come to the table, which is hemp. Hemp, can replace everything. It grows 100 times quicker. It remediates the soil. It's just got so much good going for it. So the copper, the wood and the cotton industries are on their way out. So it's going to be interesting. Like you said, 2019, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be strange.
Have any of you guys caught, I'm assuming, the World in 2019 Economist cover? And they definitely have the marijuana leaf being held by the Vitruvian man, as they're giving a nod to Leonardo da Vinci, because it's 2019 is the 500 years anniversary of his death.
Wow. Look, there's so much trickery. Yeah.
They're showing that as a trending, like, definitely, a market to look at in 2019.
Yep. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of trickery for 2019. I think I know that they're all coming out in the woodworks. It's going to be on for young and old, not only on the front of keeping the body healthy, but keeping the mind healthy, and that is, what fucking reality do you live in? The sickness of this country where I live in, and I love this country, America, and we have such a big sickness happening in this country. It's just crazy.